Properties, default, enable drowning, cancel. Properties. Let me get up here, default. How about now? Can you hear me now? Ooh, look at that. Yes. You guys should be able to hear me, yes? Let me look at my default. No. Filters? No. Close. How about now? Is that playing on... Oh, yeah. No, I'm not on YouTube, so that shouldn't be playing there. Oh my goodness, this is so annoying. That's monitoring. Let me look at... Check now. How about check? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, alright. That was weird. I don't know why that's not working. Alright. What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. It's Goz Master here with a live stream for you guys, a little live gameplay. I've been so busy over the last couple of weeks. If you guys didn't get the memo, I had a business launch. But less important than that is that my father actually is in the middle of a pretty serious physical issue. He's in the ICU right now. We've been just doing what we can to kind of deal with that as a family. Appreciate all the thoughts and well wishes that have been sent out by everybody. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys. He is starting to breathe on his own again. I mean, it's that serious kind of stuff. So we're just pushing along and doing what we can. So thank you guys for understanding, which has kept me from being able to create any kind of content for you guys at all, like at all. So the reason why I am here now doing this is because I missed you guys and I needed a break, and I wound up finishing my launch yesterday. So I get to do the rest of the actual work of following up and closing people into our coaching program, our mentorship program the rest of this week. But I have some time tonight, and I figure if you guys are game and you want to hang out with me and do some live chitty chats, I'm happy to do that with you guys and go over what's happening here. So let me get caught up. Sounds like Bulls on Parade. Yes. That was a full cover of Bulls on Parade that I did. I called it Nerds on Parade. Funny story. The inspiration for that was Nerd Thuggery. He actually suggested, hey, you should do a cover of Bulls on Parade. And I was like, oh, it's like a bunch of nerds on parade, right? And that just sparked it, and we did it. And lo and behold, he wound up recording a verse for it, rapping on or singing on it, basically like the Rage Against the Machine. And I loved it, so I was like, yeah, let's do this. And we wound up working it back and forth. And he wrote the first verse, I wrote the second and third verse. We had some minor changes we were going to make on the back end. And then he wound up getting to some challenges offline off of the internet, and that kept him from being able to do any kind of creative work. I'm not going to spill his story. That's his story to tell. But it's part of the reason why the reason why he wasn't creating content anymore was also limited why we couldn't do it on my side. So long story short, I got a full music thing in the can for Thug and I can't get it out because we're not until he's got some offline stuff that's handled. Once that's done, then we can go. So for now, you have my audio recording of just the music that I can do. I might do the full thing, but I'd rather do it with him. It was a lot of fun. Okay, hey all, it's Fierce. Haven't watched a stream in ages. Good stream even. Not just heard you for a second. Hear you now. Okay, great. Yeah, it's Goz. Yeah, yep. Hearing music and you and 8-bit music is playing. Good. Okay. Oh no, prayers for him. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, man. It's touch and go. We're hopeful to get him into a facility. I don't want to bore you guys with the details, and I'm presenting as if I'm chipper and happy, and I am excited and energized to be here with you guys. So that is a fun thing. This is a nice little break from the realities of the world. But you know, it's one of those things where today he basically said his first words since being taken to the ICU, and his first words were, "Get me out of here." So I'm like, yeah, Dad, we're trying. We're trying to get you out of here. That's going to be on how well you respond and how hard you work, and we're really doing our best to get you out of here. So, yeah, good times. Hey, love your parents if you got them. Go see your grandparents if you got them. Love your kids. Just go give them all a hug, man. Life's way too short to do anything other than just gratitude and appreciation to having them in your life. All their faults and flubs and everything else. Just go love on the people you love. Got to do that. All right. That's enough of that. Life lessons with Goz Master, yeah? My nerds, I'm glad to have you guys here. Let's have some fun, yeah? Let's have some fun. Okay, so, Ghirapur Grand Prix. All right, so there's a couple things I'd like to do tonight. I have a couple of planeswalkers I got to spotlight. Thank you, Webcore, for sponsoring the channel and giving me some cool things to look at. I'm going to go take a look at the two newest planeswalkers. I haven't touched them at all. I have my biases, but we're going to go mess with them in a bit. But first, let's go build some decks and kind of go through the Ghirapur Grand Prix. I am in my main account, so we're going to go in here and get this done. Have you guys already started playing this? What's your guys' experience with it? Oh, I'm asking, glad he can give you a break. That's crazy. Thanks, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Coalition event was BS. Okay, actually, I want to read some of these comments. Hang on a second. So, the 8-bit Mikas is playing. Oh, no, prayers for him. Yeah, this coalition event was BS. Could barely win for Fananigans. Ended with 21 points. All right, Desert, let me go show you what I got. I'm going to go play this. I'm going to play this in 2 accounts. I'm not going to play it tonight, but I'm going to play it on my main account, and then I'm going to play it on my alt account. I'm in on this event twice. Oh, yeah, glad we can give you a break. That's scary. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that, man. All right. So getting into this, let's join the event. So someone take a screenshot of this, if you would, and go put this into the Just the Flips tag inside of Facebook, or I'm not Facebook, but the Discord, rather. So what I do is I go here, and I look at my score, and I see that, what's my score? Actually, not my coalition score, my personal score. You click on this button down here. So 1481, and we've got, I'm in platinum, right? So 1481 as of this recording, and we've got 19 hours left for this event. 19 and a half hours left. So less than 24 hours from now. Not even that. What do we got? Less than 20 hours from now. So that'll be about 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I'm thinking, somewhere in that ballpark. And that's crazy. That's crazies. That's crazies to me. So it's a 2-node, 2-color, top and bottom objective. And we're going to go here and take a look at what the bottom objective is. I always start with the bottom one for whatever reason. I feel like those are usually harder. And I try to play the harder ones first before I play the easier ones. Destroy 5 or more opposing creatures during a fight. Cast 5 or more supports during a single fight. That's pretty simple. For my type of gameplay, let me grab my phone here and do this because it's going to take forever if I do it this way. Okay. Did that show? No, it did not. Okay, cool. Let's go to my... Is the music... I'm trying something different. Is the music okay? Is it too loud? It should be just super subtle. You shouldn't get in the way of anything. So if you guys are cool, I'm cool. Just let me know if it's cool. Cool? Let me see. Where's QK? I usually play Quintorius Cond for this event. Yeah, he's further down. God, what's the alphabet? LMNP, QRS, TUV. LMNP, QRS, T. QRS. That's what it is. Where'd he go? Oh, it's the wrong color, huh? That's right. He's not in this one. What colors do I have available to me? So this is... My goodness. Oh, and we're also going to be talking about the new set, too, when that's supposed to drop. I'm anticipating the new set's supposed to drop. I mean, paper dropped yesterday, today. Yesterday, early access, today, paper proper. And then, typically on Tuesday, we're supposed to get the new deal, right? With Puzzle Quest following. I don't know if that's going to happen this Tuesday or the following week. I know I haven't gotten spoilers yet. They haven't made any mention of spoilers to us yet. Usually we get those the week before. So I'm not sure if they do release on Tuesday, then it means we don't have spoilers. If we get spoilers, and that typically means then that we're going to get spoilers and then we have a week from there. So that might mean that we get it the week following. So I'm not sure. So these colors are, that's why, blue and black. So I've got to go destroy 5 or more opposing creatures. I got to have a planeswalker with white in it so I can use 2 specific cards. And then I got to cast a bunch of support. So if I'm going to do that, I need to have a walker that's white. And that's probably going to be, you guys know who that going to be. It's either going to be Commodore Guff? Question mark? Or it might be, I think it's going to be Dakin. Standard control. This is my standard control deck for Dakin. Aegis, Raid, Leyline, Assemble the Players, another round, Master Keys. So this is an older deck. I haven't updated this yet. This was before the nerf to Master Keys. That's how long it's been since I've played this. Okay? So I'm going to go through and edit this deck right now. I'm going to take out Master of Keys. I love Aurelia's Vindicator. I like Bright Glass Gear Hulk. I need another creature, though. And so what I usually like here, especially for destroy X or more creatures, is Aurelia. She's my gal. Listen, if you guys aren't using Aurelia, the law above, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna play with the foily version. Look at this beautiful lady. Hello, beauty lady. It is add to deck. Maybe slightly lower on the sound though. Okay, I have listening issues. Okay, I can turn it down a little bit. I got skills. Is that good? Hopefully not too drowned out, but I figure it gives you something a little more interesting to listen to than just my plain old regular salty timber. But, you know, there you go. All right, so we're going to add that one. And then what else are we going to add? Actually, I'm just changing the base deck. So let's say, let's go look at the deck, actually. Apply. What else do we want to change in here? I'm going to leave Requisition Raid. Another round is a good one. Mystical Teachings for Lock and Load. It gives me 1 short on Lock and Load because it only gives me 15 mana. Requisition Raid isn't quite all the way there. And then Aegis. Do I need Aegis? I don't think I need Aegis. Because I don't have that control. And I know what I do need. Another round. I'm sorry. Rediscover the Way. Rediscover. This is kind of my new go-to for Mystical Teachings. This is my new Mystical Teachings. I'll include it in there because I have 4 spells. What do I have? I have a round 1, fight. It's my 3rd spell. Oh, Requisition Raid. Yeah, I'll leave that. And the challenge is I have to have Leyline of the Guild Pack on the board for my Requisition Raid to work. So that's my control deck. I'll play with that a bit and see. However, that's not the build I'm going to go into this with. I'm going to go in here and you know what? If I do Commodore Guffy, what I'll do is, this is my standard mythic build for this. Volstrider. No, see this works off the combo with Tamio meets the Story Circle and Dreamtide Whale, so this creates that endless loop. And that works, but that, yeah, I mean that works, but this is my best STA build. This is my current our Era Doran says Aurelia is in all my red white decks. She's bomb, especially when you got to kill X or more. Okay, everybody take a screenshot. This is the best STA deck in the game, period. Okay? Even after nerfs, this deck just slays. This deck rocks, okay? What it does is Mystical Teachings goes and gets Space-Time Anomaly, so it's only 3 above the 15 that mana gives it. But then the second casting, you go get Redress Fate. Now, if you have 4 cards in hand and Redress is the 5th one, this has Overflow. So this actually triggers the Overflow just by entering hand. So I don't need to cast it, but even if I do have to cast it, it's only 3 more than that. So it's still slower than the OG Mystical Teachings casts everything build, but not by much, by maybe 1 turn slower. So this is the fastest build I have in Standard right now, and it crushes, it dominates. Because when I trigger the Redress Fate, all the stuff comes to board, and you have Perilous Snare to get rid of what's on board. You have They Came from the Pipes to draw more cards and gain mana into hand. You have Brass Tunnel Grinder to ditch what doesn't have mana from hand and give it mana. You then have Cyber Drive Awakener that gives mana to cards that are in hand, like the last card. And then you got Oil Deep Gear Hulk that when he hits the board, he basically just... and Cyber Drive is the win con because he gets a bunch of pluses for... Yeah. Reinforce it X times. X is the number of artifact cards you control, including the reinforcements up to 8. So when you get a bunch of him on the board, he's your win con. He's your OTK. But then Oil Deep hits the board, empties their hand, and you wind up getting a life linker on the board so you can gain some life back. This deck is chef's kiss. It works really, really well for me. I rarely lose with this, like 99 percentile, 98% of the time I win with it. Only time I won't win is when RNGesus decides he wants to hate me, right? Nerfed Aegis stinks. It does unless you're doing Wish. If you're doing Wish, then you can pull out a couple of them, then it's not bad. If you got 2 shields on it, it's not bad. It still doesn't disable the ETB effects. That's what sucks. Like, to me, that's the biggest thing. But if I'm running a Gitrog, Ravenous Ride, I still have a sack with it, a sack potential. I'll tell you what actually might be better than Aegis right now, or actually close enough that still think Aegis is better because it does more things. But a close second would be the Kidnap blue one. It's cheaper and it does pretty much the same thing, but it's cheaper. So, and it has more shields. It got 2 shields. So that just makes it a little bit better. Akramas is great though. So there you go. That's a look at that build. All right, so what was I doing? I was going to go do this deck. Am I going to do this or what am I going to build out? So what I would prefer to do is what I had with Dakin. So I'm going to go in here and take out what I don't need. Volstrider is dope. Connecting the dots is dope. Don't need Mana Geyser. Don't need Tamio. Don't need Well. I do need Aurelia. I do want... Okay, so this is why I'm doing this. I'm going to go do Chaos Warp. And then I'm going to go to Aurelia again. Yes. Now I've got Aurelia, shiny. Actually, she unmastered. She's unmastered. So whenever I can and I'm playing events like this and I have triple of the same card, I go try to play the one that's not mastered yet so I can go get the mastering points. Now, the other thing that I need to throw in here, this is critical, is the Midnight, Stroke of Midnight. What you doing at midnight? I'm stroking at midnight. All right, and then we're gonna do Dread. I never remember this name of this card. I just say Dread this, and then I do 2 lower points. Unwanted Remake, that one. So the reason we want this is destroy target creature, then your opponent manifests Dread. So you can kill your own creature. So if you're winning too quickly, this is what I'm going after. So the colors for this bottom node are blue and black, and so I'm using. Who am I using? I am using Derpy. What is his name? Commodore Guff. Commodore Derp. All right, so I got to cut a card. Which card am I cutting? Which card gets the cut, kids? I don't want to take out Lock and Load. Lock and Load. but that's my weak one. My Chaos Warp is better for removal now than Requisition Rate. Requisition Rate is still good. Listen, Requisition Rate is still really, really good. Okay? It's not the best, but it is still really, really good. If you have built-in conversion in your deck. If you don't have built-in conversion, it doesn't work. And it's typically you need to have 2 converters. So like a land or an enchantment like Leyline of the Guild Pack, that works best. But you need to have a couple of them so you can just trigger a couple of conversions into matches before you even start. Yeah, what do I got to cut? I think I must cut... I got to cut a spell. I have too many spells. With Chaos Warp, I think I'm going to cut... So here's the advantage between Unwanted Remake. I can put it to... I can mute it down and I can have Flash happen on their turn to kill a creature. And Stroke of Midnight, I don't need to kill anything. I can just cast the card and then I put a creature on their side of the board to start the triggers for the kills. But I really like having both of those in there. So is there anything else I can cut out of here? I got 3 creatures, only 3 supports. I don't... Oh, okay. You know what I don't have in here? Oh, no, it's there. Rediscover the Way is there. I guess I got to take Lock and Load out. What are my spells? I got Mystical Teachings. I got Warp. And those 3. Yeah, I got to take out Lock and Load. Okay. Now, another card I'd try to squeeze in here is Assemble the Players. So that I can get creatures out quickly. But we're going to go with this. We're going to go with this. Let's give this a shot. You know what? Kylox can win too fast. Thank you. That's always what I take out. I always forget to take it out, and I wind up winning too quickly. Who said that? Bibbert. Bibbidibert. Thank you. That is exactly what that does, and I always have to... I always forget. I always forget. I always forget about that, man. And it always costs me points in those. And I play these casually, guys. I'm not like, this isn't me going in and try hard. It's just me going and casually playing. But I still want full points. I have all the cards to do full points. It's just my lazy play. And that's the one that I'm trying to do. Groundskeeper Willie. Yeah, I like that. Kylox can win too fast. Ooh, I didn't know about Unwanted Remake. I saw people post the other one in Discord. Oh, Unwanted Remake is dope. Unwanted Remake is dope. And especially in combination with the 2, you have so much removal that you're pretty good. So what I do is exactly this. I go in and I start doing connecting the dots. I get it out quickly, just trying to determine who I'm facing here. So that's a good one. I'm going to go red. Let's see if it turns to white or black. Hey, there's black. All right, cool beans. So I got that out turn 1, connecting the dots. Shoot, I forgot to turn off my suggestion stuff. I just logged into this account, so I'm going to see all the little extra animations and stuff. So apologize. I'll go turn that off here in a second. Now, if I want to, though, I can just do this. And do I have enough? Let's actually do it this way so that I can guarantee that I have enough. So I'm going to go make a match. And I'm going to... let's go blue. Let's see if I can get that white match drop. Green. White. They're red, so they shouldn't do that. Oh, I really got to take my red matches. Anytime you're facing a mono walker with a tricolor walker, you really got to take out their green, their color source. So there's a red match right there. Black. All right, so I'm going to do Stroke of Midnight. They get a creature, nothing to kill, right? But Goz, you gave them a creature. Why would you do these? So that when they attack me... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Man, we're in a tight spot. I can do Unwanted Remake. I hit confirm. I click and kill these guys. And they get their additional creature that's not attacking. So I don't take the damage this turn, but I only take 1 point of damage. Why am I already down to 108? My goodness. And this is why I prefer, when I can play this type of a node, I prefer to play Quintorius Canned, because I can go in and gain life. So my only life gainer right now is this guy. Actually, I forgot. Do I still have it on the board? Yes, I do. It's right there. I should have tossed Aurelia into exile so I can get it back this next turn. Right? And are we down dangerously with this? No, we're fine, so I'll leave it. But if this gets matched again, I'll go and force feed another Aurelia out. All right. All right, this is fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. How are you? There goes a 3-1, no haste. All right, that's fine. Sounds like most events require only rares and masterpieces can cards don't do you any good. No, rares are fine. Rares are fine. I'll go show you a rare build that'll do fine. All right, since I have 2 in hand, I'm going to ditch 1, throw it into exile. Listen, this is the reason. Listen, I got assemble the players and connecting the dots. Those are rares. There's a reason why I tell you guys, especially newer players, MKM should be what you focus your crafting orbs for rares. Don't chase stupid powerful cards that's going to make a big difference. Go chase cards that are going to help you win more. Assemble the players, connecting the dots. Aurelia is a rare. She's in that same set. 3 of the cards that I tell new players to go get are in this deck. Yes, I have a bunch of other super powerful cards wrapped around it. Doesn't matter. Go get them. There's plenty of other destroy all creature cards out there. And I got 2 common and common cards. Midnight and then Unwanted Dread or whatever it was. Unwanted Remake or whatever it was, right? So listen, 80% of this deck is not mythics and masterpieces. So don't. You better don't. Don't ever come to me and say, oh, I got to have all these. Don't boohoo yourself. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying to that attitude in general, guys. This game is super generous in resources. It's super generous in all kinds of deck types, but it does come down to strategic play. Now, when I said earlier, I have a 98, 99% win rate with that, my favorite deck in Standard, right? Okay, so you go and adjust your decks and you play with lower rarity cards. You're dropping it by a few points. You're maybe a 93% win rate. Okay? That's what you should have. If you don't, bring your decks to the Discord and show us your deck. But in a good way, a kid-friendly way. And we'll go through and help you understand how to do it. We have some of the best players in the game in there. Just go bring your decks to us and let us see. All right, so we're going to do... We got 1, 2, 3. What's my objective right now? I got to cast 5 or more supports, so that's a big reason for me to do this. I would need Aurelia's Vindicator out so I can start doing this stuff in exile. That's another reason why I really like playing with Quintorius, is because I can go cast all the supports I need because of the exile effects. All right, let's just go here. Boom. I'm going to let Aurelia have some fun. Killing some creatures. So we're up to 2 killed. Although we've used 2 kill spells and a creature. Oof. That is tough. I like her to have bulletproof. And the MKM lance. Oh yeah, and the lance too from MK. Listen, MKM is dope. It is just dope. Alright, let's go here. I'm going to pick 2 cards. I'm going to use my first ability. I'm going to go get some supports because I need some supports. And I love Rediscover the Way. I love it. I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. It's delicious. Now, I want to hit my kill objective, so I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. I'm going to sack this dude. Bang. And then they get that, and then Aurelia kills that, so I hit what, 4 now? I got 1 more to kill. Oh no, I hit my objective. Now I've got to go cast my supports, and that's my focus now. And cool, they're killing my guy. Oh no, not yet. They're trying real hard. They're trying real hard to be the shepherd. Oh, I gotta turn these animations off. They're killing me, Smalls. They're killing me. There's another one that hit there. Why do I have so many that are dropping? Oh, wait. How is that working? Do I have assembled the players out? No. Where are these coming from? Were they in my exile? Did I put them in my exile? I don't even remember. Right, so that's another reason why that 1 card is fantastic. Actually, we need to get this out. I don't even have that out yet. I want to go cast my supports as quickly as possible, so let's do this. Let's do Bright Glass Gearhulk. We'll throw him in exile. We're going to leave the other one in hand because I don't want them to cast another Aurelia for me. It'd be nice if it was summon supports, but it is not. Alright, that kills that. Cool, bang. Now I'm in that area where I'm a little nervous. I got to go cast 4 more supports or so, 3 more supports. And I've got a 12 on the board, a 12/6 creature on the board, so she's going to swing for 10 and do some damage. Now here I'll do Rediscover the Way. I'll throw that on the board. I will say yes to Rediscover the Way. Just pick something. I want to go get another support, but it's not going to go in hand. I think it puts it in my immediate draw, though. But I'm really looking for getting that mana in hand. Now that I have that, I can do this. And I can exile this one because I don't need it. Do they have supports on the board I need to destroy? What is this? Oh, yeah, I want to get rid of their support. So I'm going to use my Chaos Warp to go kill supports. I'm going to do this here. All right. Let's go blap there. All right, we're going to do this. Let's go grab a support. Ooh, we like Nico Bolas. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Nicole. It's funny to see you here. All right, it didn't destroy. That's the thing with Chaos Warp. Chaos Warp does not destroy Vanguards. That's unfortunate. However, pick 2 of the first 4 cards. So we needed an Aurelia. Let's throw an Aurelia in here and a Connecting the Dots. Whatever you pick first is what hits the hand first. I got another support out. And I think we're good. I got 2 more supports to get. So now I'm gonna trigger Discover the Way again here in a second. And that will give me the mana to the first 2 cards in hand. There's that. Rediscover the Way. Yes. And I'm going to let's take another Aurelia. Vindicator. Gonna leave that. We're gonna throw Nico Bolas up. How much does he cost to cast? 18. Is he cheapest support? No, this one's cheaper. I want to cast the cheapy supports. So I'll throw Nico Bolas up in the air. Along with Aurelia. And we got Mystiques. And then I can end the match. Now, if I had another round in here, that would be my end the match now card. Let's go here. Maybe I got a red drop. Come on, lucky RNG. Nope. Let's say I got a red drop, then I'd be good from there. All right, there's Aurelia. Boom. Crank. Glass Cannon. Gear Hulk. Unfortunately, I'm tapped out for this event, so I can't show the deck I used. Was it... You can go rebuild it. And then it says you can't go rebuild it. Leyline as well. Exile, Aurelia, Lafayette. Yeah, I know. I need to exile him. So here's the danger, though, with who's he, what's it? With Rediscover the Way. If you are ahead and you're winning too much, then you get double strike to all your creatures and they're going to go lay face, right? Now, my Aurelia has summoning sickness, so she's not going to go do any, or he's not going to go do anything. But she's going to do 24. She's going to do 24. He's going to do another 16. So 30, 40. So we're still fine. This one's not going to go and win. But I still need, what, 1 more support? 1 more support. So I should be able to get that here in this turn, next turn. And I'm going to toss Bright Glass Gear Hulk into exile. So that, and then Aurelia. So that when if it comes out, I can get another Rediscover the Way and it'll trigger next turn for me to be able to do the shenanigans I want to do. What do I want to do here, though? What do I want to do here, kids? I want to get as much mana as I can. Let's go. Let's go. Here, question mark? I'll get a black on top of that. Does it go to blue? It goes to blue! My man! Let's go! I know what I'm doing. That was intended this whole time. Bam, bam. Now I can win. Now I have just go and win. And there you go. All objectives complete. There you go. So this requires a little steering. It's not autopilot to go do the thing. If I were running my deck that has the loopy-loop, it would do all the things. I would just make it do what I want it to do. I got to kill the creatures first. Now I'm getting... oh, he got that. There's Bright Glass. I would go get another Rediscover the Way. Not one in hand, though, my friending. So I got to go get an Aurelia. There's another Bright Glass that hits. I'm gonna go do this. Again, not another one. So I'll take a Aurelia, Law Above. The Law Above. I am the Law Above. And we can do this and bring it out, and that should be game, yeah? What do they got? 26 points? Yeah. Let's go destroy Buzz Lightyear. Come on. Right, there she goes. Bam, bam, bang, bang. And we'll go Chaos Warp, just in case. We got plenty of creatures to kill. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. There we go. Wink, wink. That's how it goes. All right, there you go. Hello. It's been a while. I hope you and your family are doing better. Thanks, Acid Rhapsody. I appreciate it, man. All the cards, though, I end up quitting most matches before they ended. Okay. Whenever you get yourself in a position, I would say go play 3 matches. And if you're saying, oh man, I'm really struggling with this, get into the Discord, guys. Don't do it alone. It's dangerous to go alone. Don't go alone. as much as this is a competitive, you know, especially on weekend coalition events, this is not a solo sport. You don't have to do it by yourself. There's no, you don't get any prizes for doing things on your own. Our parents taught us wrong. Independence is silly. I mean, yes, you want to be independent and take care of yourself where you can and need to, but when you can have others help you go through that, that's what you want to do. Go do it, man. All right, so let's go take a look at the deck real quick, and let me give you some alternative cards that you could run instead. So, Mystical Teachings, obviously, Mystical Teachings isn't that, I mean, there's plenty of other cards that you can go run that fetch and do what you want. So, I'm going to do this just as a peasant demonstration. Ooh, child, come on. So, we're going to do fetch. We're even going to spell fetch correctly because the computer prefers that. So, let's see what we've got. Talent of the Elf, Telepath, right? It's 5 mana. You get 6 mana, but you go dig 3 cards deep. It's just to go dig into your pockets and figure out what you're needing to pull what you're looking for in hand, right? I mean, that's it. Scour the Scrap. I don't even know what this is. Fetch the first artifact card from your library and then return the first artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. No, I'm not interested in that. Fetch the first creature card from your library with mana value 14 or less. It gains half of its mana, ran it down. Okay, that's pretty good. Pick 2 of the first 4 cards from your library, fetch those cards, and put them into the bottom of your library. If you control more creatures than your opponent, gain 6 mana. Fetch 2 for cards from your library, fetch those cards, and put the others on, and then gain 6 mana. This one's fairly good. Advice from the Fae is pretty good. So I get to go pick 2 cards, I gain 6 mana, and I put the other 2 in the bottom. If you control more creatures than your opponent, gain 6 mana. And if you're destroying stuff, you should have more than them. But if you don't, you're still fetching what you need to go do it the hard way, which is fine. Let's see, what's another one over here? United Battlefront. Pick 2 of the first 4 enchantments or artifact cards from your library. And again, Rediscover the Way is, well, we're going to take that out because that's a mythic as well. This one's hard. This one's just a dope, powerful card, right? But Bright Glass Gearhulk is a dope, powerful card. So I would take out Mystical Teachings. I would take out Rediscover the Way. I'd leave Connecting the Dots. I would take out Bright Glass Gearhulk, Aurelia's Vindicator. I'd take out Chaos Warp, right? I would leave all of these. So half my deck is still a peasant build, right? It was 50%. So if I want mass removal, I would just destroy all, right? And I would start looking through what I have in peasants for destroying all. White has a lot of that stuff. So Singularity Rapture, destroy all creatures, then destroy the top X cards. Nope. I like destroy all creatures with base cost 11 or less. Destroy all multicolor cards. So if they're running multicolor creatures, you can double check that. Well, I mean, you obviously have to guess in advance. Destroy all non-white creatures. So if you're running, this is a dope card. So if your creatures are all white, right? That's racist. So you got this, and you just make sure that your creatures are all white. Okay, then that becomes the one I would go destroy all non-white creatures. I like that one actually. Let's go throw that in there. Is it Day of Judgment? Destroy all creatures. That's a good one. Just get rid of the board. Just destroy them all. But for 1 more mana, I get to keep it one-sided because I'm keeping all my creatures that way. Destroy all creatures, then create X white spirit tokens. X is the number of cards destroyed this way, including the reinforcements. Gift your opponent 5 loyalty. Destroy all creatures. If you promise to gift, return the first creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. That's a good one. Okay. Destroy all, drain all mana from the first card in your opponent's hand. Then with the cast clash win, destroy the top 4 cards. Nope. Cycling all creatures, lose shield counter, destroy all creatures and vehicle support. That's brutal. And I like it because it's got cycling. So if I don't need it, I can just send it out of hand. Choose target creature, then destroy all creatures with base power X or greater. X is equal to that creature's power. I really like Expel the Interlopers. So I can pick creatures. So choose target creature, then destroy all creatures with base power X or greater. So if I'm playing weenie creatures, this is broken though. It doesn't do base power, it does all power. So whatever its current power level is, it destroys those. So if they've got some big behemoths on their side and you want to just take out their 15 or better, they got 2 creatures above 15 power, take their 15 one. Your 5/5s will be fine. Your 10/10s will be fine. So this one's really good for selective destruction on their side. I like it a lot. Player with the most creatures on the battlefield, investigate, then destroy all creatures, gain 10 loyalty. That's kind of cool. Flare of Denial, nope. Destroy the first opposed creature, your creatures with da-da-da-da. You got it, right? So there's a few different destroy all. The other thing, too, is destroy support. I don't know that there's anything... Molten Collapse does it. It doesn't do multiples, though. Oh, this one. Deal 5 damage to target creature, then destroy up to 5 random opposing supports. Fiery Annihilation is freaking dope. It's a freaking dope card. Okay, it doesn't hit vanguards, but that's a great card, right? Foundations has got a lot of really good cards in it, man. Play Sig? SYGG? I don't know who that is. Let's go see. Let's go take a look. But that one's dope. At the beginning of your turn of this card. I mean, that's really the card you want. Well, I don't have that card. Then go chase it down, man. Well, then you can go with this one. Well, that's vehicle supports. So that's a little different. At the beginning of your turn, if this card's in your hand, destroy an opposing non-target support at random. If that card is not colorless, deal 7 damage to random opposing target. This effect can affect Vanguard supports. It's still a little pricey at 12. Molten Collapse is probably your best bet. Destroy the opposing card with the greatest amount of value. This effect can affect Vanguard supports. Then, if you descended into turn, destroy the non-land support with a high blah blah blah. That's garbage. But it's the opposing card with the greatest amount of value, including that. So if you wipe the board and then you cast that, then that does wonders for you. What is this card you're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. SYGG. Let's go look at that. It's a creature, I'm assuming. So let's do that. Okay, Sig River Guide. What's wrong with Sig? As long as your opponent controls a blue creature, this creature gains Menace. Activate 2 white. Target merfolk creature you control gains prevent damage and hexproof until the beginning of your next turn. What's so powerful about this? What's happening? Turn off the animations. Oh, thank you. I forgot to turn off the animations. So that's another one. Another one we have to go look at just for real quick for what cards we're looking to build with is going to be mana. I just like throwing cards with mana in there or anything that has mana in it. And I'm going to go do support. Is there anything that gets me mana? Mana bonuses, Commodore Guff, if you have that, is good. Curse Recording is good. It's rare. When you cast a card for the first time during the turn, create a copy of that card in your hand. That card gains full mana. This is a dope little card. It's basically giving you 2 cards for the price of 1. Yes, it costs 18, but again, if I have Connecting the Dots and I put it in my exile and it comes down to the board for free, it doesn't cost you anything. Increase this card's level by 1. At the beginning of your turn, if this card's level is 5 or more, you lose 20 life. Then this card's level becomes 1 again. Okay, so put some life gain in there. You've got it with the Relia. You're going to take that. Roaring Furnace, when this support enters the board and the beginning of your turn, deal X damage to target opposing creature. X is equal to the number of the cards in your hand times 2. Unlocked at the end of your turn, draw a card, then that card gains half of its mana. That's a good little card too, right? What else is there? There's so many good cards. Listen, I grumble about the nerfs. However, when what those nerfs did is it forces us to be able to look at other cards that are worth playing with, guys. And there's a lot of little cards that were just not good enough to make our cut, and they are good. You assumed I was building Peasant. Oh, okay. No, what is he's buggy currently. He makes it so each creature you attack with heals you for 66. Oh, that's dope. Go use that, guys. If that's going to go serve you. Hey, working as intended until they fix it. Working as intended until they go fix it. That's my opinion. You don't want us playing with bugs? Don't put bugs in the game. I tell them that directly. Sunken Citadel is another great card. Portent of Calamity. I love this card. 13 mana. At the beginning of your turn, pick and fetch one of the first 2 cards from your library. If that card is a spell, it gains 15 mana. Move all cards that weren't fetched this way to your graveyard. Before they fixed this, it was any card you fetched got you 15 mana. I love this card. Now, it's still bugged. At the beginning of your turn, pick and fetch one of the first 2 cards from your library. If I get 2 supports and I take the secondary support, it won't give me the secondary support. It'll still fetch me the first card. That's annoying. If that card is a spell, it gains 15 mana, move all cards that weren't fetched this way to your graveyard. It doesn't do that. It still just draws you the first one and takes the second one after that. So it's bugged that way. But the mana gain to the spell stuff is still really good. So if you're running a spell-heavy deck, that card works really well with it. These lands, you guys, inside of PM2, these lands are really good. Really, really good. You take a little bit of damage, but at the end of your turn, when this support loses 1 shield, then deal 2 damage to your Planeswalker, and then it goes and fetches the next land and gives it X amount of damage, X amount of mana based on the number of like colored gems, red, black, and whatever. So it gives you that much mana to those cards. It's a really good land getting card. And if the deal is to go cast X or many supports, that makes this an easy deal to do. In fact, I should probably throw one of those in here if I had room, but I like the deck that I have here. Okay. So anyways, there's a bunch of stuff there. I hope that helps. Is there any other cards that I need to replace? Bright Glass Gearhulk. What other creatures, actually? Yeah, let's go look at that real quickly. What other creatures are worth going after here in Peasant build? Actually, let's stick with mana. Abuelo is always fun, but it's very specific. I don't know if you guys would like that style of play. Who else is in here? Oh, come on. Come on. Satori the Infiltrator. I would go run Satori, and you know what I'm going to run. What are we doing? What are we even talking about, kids? Satori and Judith. That's what I would run. Yeah, my girl Judy. Judy! When you cast a spell, create a red devil token. Your current creature gain Death Touch and Lifelink, and that takes care of your Lifelink stuff. So that's my other go-to card. Scholar's good too. Scholar's really, really good. That just fills your loyalty up, and that allows you to do what your Planeswalker can do. And again, there's several different ones. But for finishing, that would be my finisher. I would do, who would I use? I would use Aurelia the Law. No, I wouldn't even use Aurelia the Law Above in that instance. I would go use Judith, Satoru, and then I would go build everything else. Mostly spells. I would put it more spell heavy. Take out Mystical Teachings. I do a lot of little cheapy spells so that they can cast and just go churn them out. I would leave Unwanted Remake and Stroke of Midnight because they're super cheap. And if they have a creature, I can just go loop kill them and then go get the supports out that I need. Super cheap supports, right? That don't draw cards, but that maybe create... Is there any supports that create a devil token? These create devils, right? Devil tokens. Yeah, let's go find a support that does devil tokens. The devil in Miss Judith. Devil token. I think I'm building another deck right here that I actually want to play. No, nothing. How about just devil? Devil man, call him. Nope, nothing like that does that. All right. So it doesn't do that, but there's, you know, a lot of what we could do. We could do mana and just do it on the cheap side. Boop. Go look over here. Scroll of Asarin. This support can't be reinforced when the support gems is matched. Nope. I want Ender's Battlefield stuff. I like Ender's Battlefield. Activate 1. Nope. Don't care about that. At the beginning of your turn. Nope. When this card enters the battlefield, your first creature gets +2/+0. Activate. Destroy this card. Whatever. Not as fantastic. At the beginning of your turn. Nope. You know, instead of me guessing and reading them all, let me just do this. Just enters. And we're going to go down here. We're going to say Scrap Compactor. When the support enters the board, deal 2 damage to any target. I don't want to touch stuff. When the support enters the board, draw a card. Don't want draw when you're doing Judith Satoru. When the support enters the board, the first opposing creature can attack until the beginning of your next turn. That's cool, because it doesn't matter. It's still hitting the board, and if they're there, then they can attack, right? That's just a lockdown thing. When the support enters the board, create a Glimmer token. Nope. Don't care about that. When the support enters the board, create a Rabbit token. Nope, we don't want creatures on the board, etc., etc. So this is what I do. You just go through, and I try to do stuff that is more synergistic with what I'm trying to accomplish, and I want to keep it below 6, typically, because if I do that, then I know I'm going to get enough mana to get it out of hand in that type of a build. All right, there you go. Let's go turn off the animations. Let's go build our top deck. All right. Settings. Let's go do... So I find... Ooh, listen to that. Nope. Okay. So what I find is helpful here, if I change my power settings and do this stuff, and I click on the music and I click on the sounds, then when I go do something and it crashes and I log back in, the music doesn't turn on automatically. So I turn it on and turn it back off is what I find works best. Anybody else? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, quirky. I'm a fan of the Steam Core Scholar. Steam Core Scholar is really good. He's just so tiny that he has a tendency to get glitched pretty easy. He has a tendency to get glitched pretty easy. All right, so up top, I can actually use her this time, or Quintorius this time. Attack 6 or more times during a single fight. Cast 5 or more creatures with toughness 3 or less. So this is a great spot for my peasant build. Let me show you, man. Let me show you. Where are you at? The only role that matters is it Viceroy. And we're going to do Peasant. So this is a look at my, I was just talking about it. This is it. This is my peasant build for this deck. And we want, what is it? 5 or more creatures with toughness 3 or less. And that's the downside here, is that this creature here, there's only one. Hers doesn't count. So that makes this very difficult. So what I have to do is this. I have to go in here and take out, what do I usually have in here? I take out Leyline and I throw in something that full mana creature fetch. And pick one of the first 4 creature Vanguard cards from your graveyard. Fetch that card against half its mana, rounded down, deal X damage to each opposing creature. X is that card's base mana cost. Fetch first creature card from your library with mana value 14 or less. It gains half its mana rounded down. I don't mind that. And then I try to finagle it so it's under here. I would rather it's 8 or less or 10 or less so that I'm pulling him and not her, just to be sure. Pick 1 of 2 first cards from your library, fetch those cards, put the other in the bottom of your library. Right, control against it. Yeah, we already talked about that one. Not going to do this. Target creature against stun counter 3. Pick and fetch one of the first 2 cards from your library. That breakout kind of does what I want it to do, but that's going to be a little more problematic. I got to do 5. That's a lot. 5 is a lot. 5 is a lot. So I'm thinking there used to be a card that would duplicate it and give it full mana. Let's see. Is there? I don't think there's anything that does that now. Creature full mana. Is there anything like that? Urban Evolution. It's a mythic. Draw 3 cards, and the first land card in your hand gains mana. Can give eyes creature. Nope, don't want that. Draw 3 cards, create X mana. Create a copy of random non-token creature card you control in your hand. That card gains full mana. So this is what I want. This is a masterpiece. This isn't a mythic, or it's not a peasant. So that's probably what I'll do. Drain all mana from the first 2. No, I don't want that. So let me take a look in supports and see if we have that. Is there anything here that does that? And let me try to keep a peasant here for you guys. No. Key to the Vault. When the first creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, draw a card. That card gains full mana. Draw a card. Spell cards. Exile the top. No, not what I'm looking for. Beginning of your turn. First spell card in your hand. No. Create a copy of target non-token creature into the battlefield under your control, then that creature gains the artifact step up. See, the problem is it puts this on the board directly and not in a hand. Fetch the first artifact card for you. Yeah, that's not what I need. So technically this card that I was looking at here does do it, but it's a masterpiece. What does Aetherize do? Return all creatures to their owner's hand, gain 2 mana, then if your hand is full and all cards in there. No, that's stupid. That's a dumb card. Vanguard Saheeli. I looked at that. I didn't think it did the thing, but let me look at it again. Draw a card, then deal 2 damage. So the -3 is create a copy of target non-token creature into the battlefield. It's not in your hand, so it doesn't count for the casting objective. It just puts it on the board. And I got a lot of those. Search copy target. Okay, let me try that. That's actually really good. Copy target. Let's see. When you cast an uncopy spell, destroy the top. Oh, you know, well, that's still mythic. Return first land support. No, that doesn't do what I want. These are the ones we were just talking about a second. What does this do again? I have it in here. I just use it for the overflow. When you cast an uncopy spell card that targets a creature you control, create a copy of that card in your hand. That copy gains full mana. So that's the card. I don't even have anything in my deck that does that. Destroy target creature, then if that card is an artifact, create a gold token. Choose target creature, then create a copy of that card and play under. See, again, in play. It's not in hand. If you control 2 or less creatures, create a copy of all opposing. No, that's not what I need. Let's go look at spells. Didn't look at the spells really. 3 steps ahead. Spree. Discard a card, draw a card. Drain 5 mana from each card in your hand. Create a copy of target non-token creature into the battlefield under your control. See, again, into the battlefield. Create a copy of target non-token creature into the battlefield under your control. Yep, nothing like that. Puts it the battlefield. Yeah, not cast. Yeah. So there was one that did this before. We don't have it now, and we. So listen, we're overthinking this. We're overthinking this. I'm going to not do that. Let's go look at somebody else. Let's go look at Quintorius. Do we have? So this is dots. Let's go build. What's the challenge with that? Okay, I know what it is. Let's go do this. Let's go put this here. Let's take out all the mythies. So we're going to take out, those are fine. You go, bye-bye. You stay. You go. You stay. You go. You go. You go. You stay. And then I need to go find some creatures that are of 3 defense. What do we have that are aces? In fact, let's start with rares so we're not congesting our hands. So 2 or less. Let's just look for Destructo Monkeys. What's the most powerful cards that are in here that can win on their own? That are power 3 or less. In fact, we're going to switch these up because I want the points. Marshal of the Lost. What do? When this creature attacks, target creature gets +X+X. X is the number of creatures you control. That's fine. That's fair. Oh, I know. Where is it? Is it? It's blue, isn't it? No, here it is. Marvin. Marvin the Murderous Mimic. There you go. Marvin the Murderous Mimic. At the beginning of your turn, choose target creature. Then this creature's get +X+X. X is equal to that creature's power. Marvin. Marvin is disgusting. Marvin is absolutely disgustingly powerful. If he can stay on the board, he's got some ramp up. That's the key to it. And there's another, this doesn't, see, this is another one with a cool too. Like a cool is dope, but he puts it on board. He gives the reinforcement right away, which I love, but it's, that ain't it. So, and then this stupid dog. God, I hate this dog. This is the new Rakdos. When this creature attacks, destroys an opposing card at random. At the end of your turn, return the last card from your opponent's graveyard into play under your control. Then this creature gets +2/+2. I hate this dog. It goes in. I hate this dog. What was the other objective? So that's 2 that's going to allow us to do this. Here's a challenge with Assemble the Players. Assemble the Players is going to fetch the cards and put them on the board, so I'm not going to draw them and cast them. So that's bad. That's bad. So we actually want to go get something that fetches creatures now. So fetch creature. And we're going to go to spell. Bap, bap. And we're going to say rabbit response. Creatures you control get +2 on 10. If you control rabbit creature, fetch. Nope. Fetch first creature card from your library with mana value 14 or less. It gains half its mana. I'm rounded down. Yep, that one's good. Pick one of the first 4 different creature or Vanguard cards from your library. Fetch that card. If that card is assembled, gain 3 loyalty. This one's super cheap, so I can do that too. Now I need to go have some removal. I got to go destroy all. Destroy Buzz Lightyear. Let's go run this destruction stuff we were talking about before. Let's do all. Apply. We're going to go to, which one did I like? I liked Expel the Interlopers. Choose target creature and destroy all creatures with base power. Yep, let's go demonstrate that one. That's pretty fun. Destroy all creatures and create X white spirit. No. There was one other one. Destroy all non-white creatures. These are, so I got 2 white creatures, yes? I got 1, 2, and then Marvin the Murderous is not, so just know that that's going to lay sacrifice to that. I don't have any support removal. I got to get rid of supports, yes? Destroy supports. Fiery Annihilation, so we got to cut something from here. Let's take out... Let's take out this one, because this is strictly fetch. The other one at least gives it mana. All right, there's a look at the deck. Click, click. Another round is my win con, but this is a peasant build, guys. So let's go see how well this does. Quintorius Cond. Attack 6 or more times during a single fight. That's fine. Just get your creatures out. Cast 5 or more creatures with toughness 3 or less. Okay. hold on. One last check. How many supports do I have? I only have 2 supports. Only have 2 supports. I don't like that. Let's go look at my peasant supports and see which ones I'm missing. Because I feel like I'm missing something here. Just in general. We could do... Alright, so we have... Quintorius Khan does not have the best mana gains. So we could do... I mean, I could spotlight that one and... Sunken Citadel for the ETB. And the increased mana bonuses. I mean, if we're going to do that, right? Like, if we're going to do that... Here's a serious question. You guys all need to start asking yourself. Is Chromatic Lantern better than Sunken Citadel? Because it just makes everything 6s? Ooh, let's try it. I like the ETB of the other one. And so we don't need Leyline of the Guild Pack, as fun as that is. And then I don't think we need both of these removals. So destroy all non-white creatures, destroy a target creature, and let's pick... I really want to play with this, but it's so much more expensive. Let's take it out. Okay, I think that's a little more balanced. I think it's a little more effective. Don't forget 1 card exile instead of destroy. Don't forget some cards exile instead of destroy. Put it on the battlefield. Yeah, okay, so there you go. All right, let's give that a shot. Reading the objectives again. Attack 6 or more times during a single fight. Cast 5 or more creatures with toughness 3 or less. Okay, that's fine. All right, what do we think? All right, you guys are good. A Steam Core Scholar would have been another good replacement for some of the others you had there. Another deck I could have played was... I'll show you here in a second after we're done. All right, so Fiery Annihilation is great because of that, but Cursed Recording is what I'm doing, and then we're going to do this. We're going to go from there. All right. Let us leaf. Let's go red. Oh, I didn't even see who we're fighting against. There's red. And my life gain is built into Quintorius because I can just go get all the gains I want. Now, this Bolas is going to destroy my Buzz Lightyear, which is never fun. But we can do this. He's taking my swaps there, man. There's Marvin. Come on, Marvy. Does this... When you cast a card from the first time during your turn, create a copy of that card in your hand. That card gains full mana. I am doing what I need to do for this without even thinking about it. That does what I was trying to do, right? That's exactly what I was looking to do, and it does it. So, meh. There's white. I was hoping it would go into green so I could get a 5 match, but whatevs. It's fine. Was that a 5 swap? Did I miss a 5 swap? Greg's gains are just insane. All right, there's Aurelia. We like her. We like those. We're going to mute down another round. We're going to... How big is that? It's pretty big. In fact, we need some control up here. Let's get Aurelia out there right away because she's also going to be fodder for what's his face, and I want to hit right away. Hey, that's good. Go into black. Yes, queen. Bam, baby. Let's freaking go. Yes. And then Nicole Bolas is just going to kill it. First ability. Come on. There you go. Don't be shy. Okay. So we're going to hold off Expel. We're going to get the puppies out. Do they have any supports out? They don't. Not really. So let's go... I got to protect my Cursed Recording. So I'm going to try not to get a red drop. Of course, it gives it a red match right away. He's just going to make this swap right here. Just disgusting. Come on. And they give him a cascade. Come on, man. Come on. That's brutal. I don't like that at all. You know what? So much so, let's make it Archaeologist Spirit. Let's bring the Archaeologist out. Let's start digging for gold, kids. Bam. Bam. It's okay. We're going to make Marvin a 15-10. No, we're going to make him a 6-6. He's going to be an 8-8 because of that. But that's okay. That's okay. We're not worried about Marvin being so big right away because Nico is going to destroy him as soon as he can with his first ability. I'd like to demonstrate this. Can I demonstrate this now? Is it possible for me to demonstrate this currently? Let's do, what do we want to go? Blue? White? No, I don't want to go white there. That's ridiculous. If we go here, maybe I get a black match? Yeah, look at that. 5 swap. Risk it, biscuit. Let's go. All right, so actually this backfired. I'm going to destroy all creatures with power 6 or greater, right? Or 4 or greater. So that's going to count for mine. Now, let me demonstrate. I'll demonstrate. This should be an 8-8, or this should be considered a 2-2, but it's not. So I'm going to choose this one because it's a 4-6. So technically, all these others should die, and my Marvin should not. However, because this game plays the way it plays, it worked. It worked! They fixed it! Why didn't you guys tell me they fixed it? Guys, chat, why didn't you tell me they fixed this? Oh my god, I could have been running that bad boy. Did you see how that worked? Did you see how beautiful that was? Oh, that was fantastic, people. I love it. All right, let's get this bad boy out there. Yeah, let's get this bad boy out there. We'll go to the white match. Ba-ba-dow! And if I had the other card out there, then this would double it up, and I'd already be at my objectives. Alas, I am not. Oh yeah, I forgot. It takes their creatures out of their yard. That's great. That card is great. I love that puppy. I hate that dog. Now, I choose myself. Look at, I pick myself because I am the biggest boy in the yard, and that's how big he gets. So I kind of need them to destroy my guys, but I have it as a backup that I can destroy my own stuff if I need to when the time comes with Expel the Interlopers. And in fact, I think I want to go ahead and get that ready now. And then these are the next cards I want to get set. Okay, so, and another backup plan too is I have 3 creatures on board, so I could actually go and use my secondary ability to replace whatever the big wigs are. Okay. Badink. Oh, he died. But you died too. Oh, and then I die. Oh, why is everything dying? Oh, it's because of this guy, huh? Order of operations really, really bothers me. Some things persist till the end of turn. Some things die immediately and then they're removed from board. And then, like, for example, that persisted till the end of combat, right? That impact lasted till the end of combat. However, if I destroy that creature, like it deals damage to them while we're attacking, it doesn't stay on the battlefield. It actually gets removed. And then the next creature, or actually a better example would be, I'm being attacked. It's his attack turn. I kill the first creature through first strike. That creature dies. The next creature gets the +1 from the support that's on the board that's buffing their creatures or whatever it is. It's just annoying. Really annoying. There's just no synergy within any of that stuff the way it works. Okay, that's fine. We are starting over. We don't need 2 of you. I really would love my... How many permanents do I have in this deck? We made it a point to go put more permanents in this deck, yes? And for whatever reason, we don't got them, kids. We do not got them. All right, red and white are my colors, so let's go... Is there any red? There's white there. No red. Let's go black. Maybe I get a blue-green or a white. I got a white. I'll take it. Cool, cool. Gang, gang. Well done. Well done. All right, that's the wrong creature, but we'll take it anyways. There's another Marvin. The Marvelous. We're going to go red. Badoop. He's going to drop some knowledge on me. That's all right. That's okay. I'll take you. So that makes me a 6/6. Bow. There's connecting the dots. Hey, howdy do now. Now I can start using my first ability, yeah? Put that first, though. Let's get connecting the dots out. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go into a 5 swap. Bam, bam. Let's go into a... Is there a way to get that? I could do black into white and green. I like that. We like those. There we go. Got another creature. Swing, swing. You have chromatic down, so 6 across all colors. Oh, you're right. I totally spaced that. You are 100% correct, my friend. Let's go destroy some supports, shall we? And deal 5 damage to a creature. Let's do it to... Yeah, let's do it to you, because I don't like that you're going to get some freebies, but they don't have any supports. That's neat that I don't have to destroy their stuff. I'll just take it from you just because I know you're going to kill me here in a second. Actually, will it? Let's see. Let's see. So we want to cast you. Where are we on our objectives? I haven't even checked. Okay, so we've attacked more than enough times. Or enough times. We have 2 more creatures we need to cast on the itty bitty side. So we need to do that. Here's a 5 swap. Badow. Got all the mana. Got all the mana. 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 I'm actually... no, we'll leave it. I was going to use the Expel the Interlopers just to demonstrate it because I like that so much. Guys, that's a fire card. That's a great card now. That's a really, really cool card. But I'm just going to do it here because Aurelia is going to do it for me anyway. So watch. Aurelia's going to shoot the face, shoot the guard, do the thing. That really bothers me. That really, really bothers me that is how that's working. That really bothers me. That's how that works. It should just be dead. Anyways, that's how that goes. All right, more stuff is hitting the board. Hey, I got recording out, so now I can go do the things that I need to. Let me go throw this in exile. I can do breakout now this time to go fetch 1 more, and that should be GG. But let's see, where am I at? What is this? This is I don't like that being so light, so I'm gonna go ahead and reinforce it there. But I do strategically hold back. There's that into blue, into red, into Domination Nation. Get to cast that card again. I get 2 of them. This card is dope. This card is really, really good. That Recorder card is dope, man. 2 shield makes it a little bit lighter than I like, but it's still fire. 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 All right, cool. Let's go get another Marvin out. And a Poopy. And we're going to... God, you like Expel the Interlopers? All right, since we only have 2 creatures out right now, let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and do the Archaeologists, so I have something to draw from or draw away from his ire. Again, this is a peasant build, but it feels pretty dominant. Yes, there's some very powerful cards in here from PM2, but they're not necessary, clearly. I mean, there's stuff that's in here that you could be having. Hey, how come I didn't do the double? Why did I not double it? Did I already cast a card? I should have put 2. Oh, no, they both cast, didn't they? They both cast. All right, so I've reached all my full objectives. Let's go here. And I think I can win here. Let's give it a shot. 17. I could do this. Yeah, I think I could win here. Let's see. So I have met all of my objectives. And I'm going to go ahead and cast another round. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, there's another Poopy. Yeah, we got it. There's game. Another round for the win. So even if you're playing with creatures that are a little bit smaller, another round just kind of sitting in hand and storing up those power-ups. By the time you cast it, it just makes it ridiculously powerful. Another thing, too, I don't have anything that gives my creatures haste in this. So that's why Aurelia is so good, because if I have her in hand and just hold her back and then throw her on the ground, she's got haste right away. And then you supercharge her with another round. That just becomes your de facto win con. So there you go. That's how I would play this event. That's a peasant build. I'm probably going to go in here and start playing with something else, just for fun, because that's a little bit slower than I like to win, but it is a form of control, and I had plenty of removal in hand just in case they drop stuff that was just going to start messing with me. The only downside to that is if they have hand hate. So if you're holding on to stuff and they start knocking stuff out of hand, like with Oil Deep Gearhulk or whatever it is, that sucks, and that's just a really tough thing to get after. Combo decks are just going to make it really, really difficult to do. So there you go. Questions about that? Questions about that? Did you learn something, kids? Did we realize that, hey, you can run what's up, Kilroy? It's good to see you, dude. You can run non-OP stuff and still win events fairly effectively. Yes, I know. I got 10 more rounds to go, so that's a long road to haul, but it is what it is, okay? There it is. Let's go look at some planeswalkers. Let's go look at some walkers. Mr. Walker, Mrs. Walker. All right, so we have some new ones that are in the... I think they're in. Let's go take a look. Are they in the vault? In the shop, rather? Who's still with me? How many people we got? Sound off, guys. If you're still here, let me know who's here. Because I think I'm talking to myself. If I'm talking to myself, I'll just keep going. But if you're still here, comment. Let me know. Let's see. In the vault. What's in the vault? You've got Tevesh, Svat, Doom of Fools bundle. How is he not just the straight up Arnold Schwarzenegger? And then we also have, I believe we have one more. It's Una, isn't it? Or did she fall out? Is she out of the, is she out of here already? I thought Una was still in here. No, she's out. Well, that's a shame. I'm not here. Well, leave a message then. Yeah, Una's not in here. That sucks. All right, I thought she was still in here. How long is it? He's gone in 10 days, so I guess we'll spotlight him since he's the one that's in here, but I'll do it. I hear. I think there's 14. Awesome. Cool. It's good to have you guys here. I appreciate you guys. I know it's Saturday night. You could be out shaking your tail feathers, but you're hanging out with me here live. It is appreciated. Makes me feel less lonely. Thank you. My wife's out of town right now. My kids are all at work right now. I'm literally in the house by myself, so I'm like, you know what? I got a ton of work I got to get done. I'm so burnt out. I just want to hang out with you nerds and just play some games. So let's go to Vesh. What's his name? Vesh? We'll find him here soon enough. QRST. I think it's Tevesh. Tevesh. There he is. It is Tevesh. I was right. So Tevesh. Let's go take a look at him. I don't even know who this is, lore-wise. Born as Tev Longglade. Longglade? Loneglade. On Dominaria, he once walked among mortals as a man of reason, distant from conflict and driven only by curiosity. But when the death of his sister shattered the fragile calm of his heart, something within him twisted beyond repair. The world that once inspired him became a place of noise and grief. And Svat... Is that how you pronounce his name? Svat? Zat. Longed only... It is Zat. Yeah. Only for silence and eternal stillness, to mirror his pain. Pain is not silent, is it? From that wound rose Tevesh Zat, a planeswalker of immense power and bitterness. Once counted among Urza's 9 titans, he betrayed the very cause he had joined, plunging Dominaria into chaos before meeting his end at Urza's unforgiving hand. So he's dead. We're playing with a dead walker. All right, let's look at his powers. Thanks for procrastinating with us. Thanks for amateur procrastinating with me. I appreciate it, guys. I wouldn't say I'm a pro. I'm an amateur procrastinator. Yeah. Wizardry of Destruction, destroy target creature. So you got your first ability there. There you go. Let's just... ooh, he's got a passive. Let's take a look at his passive. What's his passive? Torturous Transmutation. When a creature is destroyed in your turn, gain 2 loyalty. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn, so you can get 6 loyalty. If this is the 3rd time the ability is triggered this turn, convert 4 gems to black. Ooh. Wait, if this is the 3rd time this ability is triggered this turn, convert 4 gems to black. So you got to destroy 3 creatures. Okay. So there's his mono. There he is, level 1. So let me take a screenshot of that. Cool. Neato Spatito. I will. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna take that and do it now. I will do it now. I'll save to clipboard. Let me throw this into the Discord real quick, guys. Where's the Discord? Did I close it? No, it's over here. All right, there it is. Let's go to my server. And let's go down here into my place so nobody else will mess with it. You know, I'll throw it in Planeswalkers. It's fine. Planeswalker general discussion. All right, so we're going to paste that there. Okay, so let's start charging this bad boy up. I like to take screenshots of this because you get a lot of folks who are like, hey, how much does it cost to run them up or to each specific level? And I just go to each level of their abilities because, you know, it is what it is. 16? 16th level. So 16th level, you get this. You get all of the base stuff. That's kind of your first chance to use all of his Planeswalker's abilities. He's got 65 life points. He's got +3 to black and blue. Okay. All right. Destroy target creature. Create 4. Well, we'll evaluate it when we get there. All right. So that's section 1. Next one. think this is going to be 32? 30. Okay. I always get that wrong. So 16, 30, 45, 46 is maybe the one I'm thinking of. +3 to blue and black. And -1 to the rest. Let's see, 45? 46. Is it 46? Let's see. Scusi. Started watching Sakamoto's Days, I think is what it's called. Sakamoto Days. There it is. 46. I was right. 46. As an anime, it's very One Punch Man-ish, and I dig it. I think it's pretty cool. I go through weird spurts of anime. There's some anime that I really like, and there's other anime that I just like, that's really dumb. 5 to black, or 5 to black, 4 to blue for his mana bonuses, and negligible to red. All right, last one. Let's see where he is maxed out. Is he just 5 and 5 for black and blue, and then zeros across the board for the rest? Or does he get pluses to anything else? I seriously haven't even looked at this guy. I just saw he was mono black, and I'm like, I got plenty of mono black. Yep, that's what it was. It's not 5-5, it's 5-4. Lame. +9. Well, the good news is, though, that you could use Sunken Citadel with this, and it would give mana bonuses to all of them. So you get +3, I believe. We'll have to go test that. Copy image, delete, and paste. Okay, so those are there now. All right, so let's start reading through these and see what we got. So destroy target creature if you control that creature. If you control that creature, convert 6 gems to black. For 12? For 12 loyalty. Oh, that's lame, man. Come on, that's lame. Create 8 zombie tokens. That creature gains Berserker and gains the Thrall subtype. Okay. Then your non-Thrall creatures gain menace. What? Create 8 zombie tokens. That creature gains Berserker and gains the Thrall subtype. Then your non-Thrall creatures gain menace. What? For 20 loyalty? Dude, is this a typo? Gain control of each opposing legendary creature. Oh my god. Create a copy under your control of each opposing Vanguard support, then exile each opposing Vanguard support. Convert X gems to black. X is the number of cards you control in play. This just dumb. That's just dumb. Hey, all your stuff is synergized with destroying creatures. Guess what? The only thing that destroys creatures is your first one. Everything else is not that. Webcore. Wow. That's lame, man. That's really, really lame. Woo. 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 All right. What are your thoughts, chat? Am I wrong? Am I missing something here? Do you guys know a build for this that's just like, ooh, that's out of sight? Let me know. I'm curious because I am not seeing that here at all, my friendings. So with SC, Planewalker must have a plus for the color mana bonus to go up by +2. Oh, does it? I thought it was just as long as it wasn't negative, it got the +2, but you're probably right. Kilroy's much smarter than I am. Okay, let's go play some standard builds with this. Come on, Webcore. Ask us. Give it to the people first. Say, hey, here we go. What do you think? So we can kind of go through and tell you don't do that because that's stupid. All right, let's play this event. I haven't even started my Colors of Magic run. No search function here, so we have to scroll. I'm gonna do it by hand because I can't do it on the computer. It's gonna take too frickin' long, my friendings. QRST, TTT, there he is. Boom. All right, let's build a deck. Let's take this all out of here. So just sack that. All right, so what I do is I'm thinking of his abilities, and we're thinking destroy Buzz Lightyear. We want to try that. We're going to try to lean into the stuff. So what do we got? Mutinous Massacre. Rush of Dread. I mean, it's not putting anything in the yard, so that's not a good one to go with. So my favorite wipe board combo in black is it Flotsam? Yeah, Flotsam. So this is the combo. I'll go run Flotsam first. Okay. I'll go run Flotsam first, get the stuff on the board, and then I'll investigate with Urgent Necropsy, or whatever it is. I'll collect evidence. And if you do that, then you can destroy everything on their side of the board. Okay, so the Una stuff is still available. Okay, so we'll mess with this a bit, and we'll go from there. We'll go play with Una real quick, and we'll call it a night. All right, so I'm going to just do that as my kill all combo. Black has plenty of removal, guys, so this is going to be a mythic build. So don't sweat me. Just know that I'm looking at OP cards here to see what this guy can do. Let's do... I mean, he's pretty good with his own color. Let's just use his baselines. I'm not going to compensate for anything yet. What else we got? What leans into what we're doing here? Necromancy. I think this is Necromancy is a really good card. We want to lean into his abilities, so another card that I'm going to go grab is going to be... the PM2 card. What is it? Any cool combos in mono black right now that you guys are aware of? Amanatu is kind of cool. Ripples of Undeath. That's the card I'm thinking of. Liliana of the Dark Realms. I really like her for her +3 ability. Just convert 3 gems to black. I think it's dope. I should get some convert black, huh? Actually, Leyline is good. Because it allows me to get 6 and the draw effect. So I think that's good for there. Let's go look at spells. Boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. No guitar breaks this time, kids. No guitar breaks this time. Mystical Teachings? Question mark. I'm not seeing anything that's really OP. Demonic Tutor is another good substitute. This is a rare card. It is PMA, but this is a good substitute for Mystical Teachings. I think it's just as strong. Infinite Obliteration. Actually, Feed the Swarm is dope. Probably have a little too much removal. Oh, I got to put some creatures in here, huh? Let's go look at some creatures. What do you mean, creatures? Can't we just win without them? We do not need to destroy the families. Trying to think of what's... right now, I think my favorite creature is Sire of the Seven Deaths. No. Yeah, Sire of the Seven Deaths. It is Lifelink, Menace, Trample, Reach, First Strike, and Vigilance. A 7/7 body, 23. So although it's not flying, it will block flyers. And the reason I like it so much is because I can fetch it out of the ground, and it basically is a replacement for Master of the Keys. Because it does so much. It protects you, gives you First Strike, and it gives you the opportunity to be able to... which is funny, it gets Reach, but it gives you a chance to gain some life. That's a big thing. Where Progenitus... That's a dope art. Look at that, dope art. I couldn't help myself. I had to buy it. It's a Hydra. It's freaking Tiamat. It's really a cool picture of Tiamat, but she doesn't have Reach, or this doesn't have Reach, which is dumb. When this card destroys all gems, and return this card from your graveyard to your hand. It's dumb. Dumb. It's not powerful enough, but it's so pretty I couldn't resist myself. What else is there that's super OP right now in mono black? Alcazar is dope. Whatever that card is called. That's a really, really good... That might be one of the best mono black cards in standard right now. What you all think? Alfariel is good for just quickly winning. I guess Gitrog. Yeah, Gitrog. Gitrog is actually, you're right. Gitrog, Ravenous Ride. That's probably the right way to go, because then I can take the tokens that I get from that and sacrifice those, and then if they destroy stuff, I can fix it. I'll take out, what do I want to take out? I'll take out Mystical Teachings just to demo Demonic Tutor. Let's go. All right, let's try that. Let's see how that does. I'm really not overly... We'll see. We'll see. The second and third abilities are just dumb. They just sound dumb, but we'll see. We'll see. Listen, my first impressions on stuff are typically pretty rough. So, hey, look, I got exactly what I normally do. So I'm just going to head and charge those up and then just wait. And then I just hold them in hand until they do something stupid. All right, black and blue are my colors to bood. All right, let's go just blue there. We want to concentrate on blue stuff. Probably should have done that side, huh? Yeah. But whatevs. You like Feed the Swarm? There you go. You're going to get plenty of them, guys. You like that. You got to love that. And that loyalty cost for everything you're doing there, if you don't have the cards that I'm using for loyalty ramp, boy, oh boy, is that just difficult and stupid. Boy, oh boy, that's difficult and stupid. All right, let's go. I guess we'll go here. There's no negative to it. Yeah, let's go. The reason I like Demonic instead of like some of the other fetch functions is that it's not, especially like versus Mystical Teachings, as I'm not having to go get, I'm not limited to go get spells. I can go get supports and stuff, anything really. So I'm looking for something that's going to ramp my loyalty, but I can do that with Alkalizats and Gitrog. So let's get that combo on the board. Let's go here and there and everywhere. Lettuce leaf. I guess we'll go blue. Maybe white. Nope. Next turn I should get those. It's always annoying when they make a match that doesn't make sense and it just cascades into tons. And every time it happens, of course that's you, Greg. Of course you get those bonuses. Of course that's right. You jerky monkey. And no, I'm not going to kill it yet, but I will do damage. All right, so I'm up to my first. Let me do this as well. Got to get a picture. I got to get a still shot of my passive ability. Necromancy. Torturous transmutations. Ugh. No wonder you got killed by Urza. You weak ass weak. All right. So let me read it again. When a creature is destroyed for your turn, gain 2 loyalty. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. If your third ability, if this is the third time this ability is triggered this turn, convert 4 gems to black. They only have 1 creature out at a time typically, so I guess we can do this. Feed the Swarm. Destroy a non-token creature or enchantment card your opponent controls at random. Why is that not lit up? Non-token. Okay, that card's coming out. Non-token. So annoying. Let us go. What do we got? Don't I have something I want to cast? Yeah, I want to cast this. So let's go here. I guess we'll do this. Destroy target creature if you control. If you controlled that creature. Why would I want to kill my own creature? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's do this. Boop. Into blue. Into nothing. They drop some cards, though. Okay, I will do that. Yay, hey, I hit both of their cards. Look at that. All right, I'm going to kill this. So it's my own creature. But I don't get the conversion because that's not what this is, yeah? It's only when I use my first ability. That's kind of lame. But hey, I got some black match. Cool. Right. Ooh, you're muting my guy down. I don't like it, sir. Don't like it one bit. Alright, they got another robot, which makes that card useless. So let's go ahead and ditch that. Let's ditch both of those because I think this is just going to be a token card. And I'll use my first ability. Actually, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to use my first ability on my Gitrog. Hello? Come on, computer. Keep up, buddy. I believe in you. Alright, so I convert 6 to black, yes? Okay, cool. Look at you. Nice. Make some matches. Let's go. All right, so that charges that up. Oh, I got a 5 match. Yay! Bam! Let's do... Now that I got Necromancy out, I can bring a creature back from my yard. Now I can sacrifice my own creature. That's why I like that card. I can sacrifice this guy and bring him back, I think at the beginning of the turn or in the turn, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy him so I can get the card draw, because I want to draw into my other one. And get Leyline out, too. Oh, there's Liliana of the Dark Realms, too. Yeah, there's another Aclazotl? Aclotzel? Whatever. Alright, cool. Oh, he's going to take my guy this time. Oh, you like to take a girl, huh? You want to take my girl. I don't like it. Yeah, Oil Deep. Oil Deep Gearhulk. It's a good card, man. I like that card a lot. Like that card a lot. He sacked himself. He snagged and sacked me. Don't like it. All right, so now this is where we demonstrate this capacity, because I don't like what he's doing to me right now. It's unfortunate. So he's got a lot of stuff on the board. What is this? Ah, yeah, we can destroy that. That's fine. Do I have any blue or black matches? I do not. Not that I see. All right, so we'll go here, question mark. Guaranteed to destroy something. Nope, not now, because we don't want to do that. We'll get this out. I really wish, though, this combo would work, that if I'm triggering this ability, that destroy the first opposing creature, collect evidence. I wish collect evidence actually destroyed the gem that it was doing. Because if it does that, then it triggers the draw ability. That would have some synergy. That would be cool. Then I'd draw some more cards in addition to that, but it doesn't work that way. It just exiles them, which is lame. But they had too many supports on the board. I don't like it. Tezzeret with all that stuff on the board just makes me nervous, so get rid of all that junk. It's a nice little removal. Again, Necromancy. I'm back with this guy. Back to the Lecture Hand. I'm up to my secondary ability. Create 8 zombie tokens. That creature gains Berserker and gains the Thrall subtype. Then your non-Thrall creatures gain Menace. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So they've become Thralls. For whatever reason, there's no synergy with anything else Thralls. Right? They have Berserk. That was in the comment. Is that what it was? Yep, they get Berserker. Okay, and then these guys gain Menace, but I don't know why it's all complicated for the anti-Thrall stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I would rather get this out so I can increase my black matches next turn, and now I'll go for that. I guess I'll go here. And at the end of your turn, you may destroy the top 2 cards of your library. If that, do reinforce each non-legendary creature. Okay, so these are legendaries. Allegedly. Okay. Hey, there's a legendary creature. Doesn't that my third ability do something with legendary creatures? Isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what this whole purpose was? Yep. Gain control of each opposing legendary creature. Woohoo! We're going to get that puppy. You ready? We just got to ramp up to, what, 26 loyalty? Hot dog, kids. It's Christmas. Who said the holidays are over? Any word on if Webcore is going to fix Aegis permanently disabling your first creature when it leaves the board? No clue, dude. No clue. They tell me nothing. I got no insights. You know as much as I know on that kind of stuff, buddy. You know what I know. I know nothing. I know nothing. Let's go into... I got a triple match here. This is going to be nice. Let's actually do some of these. Let's do this. Green, blue, into black, and nothing else. All right, so let's grab... I guess we got to start reloading on our removal stuff, just in casey. Go from there. Took 11 points of damage there, baby. Do I have any lifelink? I guess Algo is the only one that I do have. I'm not going to take that because I want those thralls, zombie thralls to be there. Ah, he destroyed them. Dude, you jerk. I forgot about your Berserker. Maybe I should have replaced them. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go get some black matches. Let's go get a full Hana mana. Yeah? Close enough. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. Okay, so there's some synergy with Gitrog. You get those creatures. You destroy them with Gitrog. That kind of feeds into it. That kind of works. That kind of works. It's not the bestest, but it's not the worstest. It's not the worstest. All right, so I'm gonna mute that down. What else we got? Let's see. Come on, puppy. Mute that down. Do they have anything? I'm gonna get another Gitrog out. I can use my third. Woohoo! I can use my third. Gain control of each opposing legendary creature. Create a copy under your control of each opposing Vanguard support, then exile each. So for my third to work, they got to have legendary creatures and Vanguards on the board. Does anyone see anything wrong with this? Wow, what a steaming pile of crap. What a piece of absolute filth. That third is useless, man. What is the meta that needs to exist? That was what they thought. You know what'll be really good? Yeah, I'm gonna use my secondary ability again. And give my creatures menace again. And not use the bats. Hey, here's a 5 swap. I'll take that. Whilst I consider my next genius move. What else do I want to go get? I still haven't seen my main card. Where's my main card for loyalty? I guess I'll take a Leyline. I guess I'll ditch a Leyline. Let's go Demonic Tutor again. Not again. Still none. You get none. That's all you don't get. Yeah, he's no Sorin Grim Nemesis. Sorin Grim Nemesis is, I love that guy. If it weren't for Bolas, a Planeswalker, my God, I would play Sorin Grim Nemesis all the time. But I just fundamentally, he's just a better Planeswalker, like completely. Nico Bolas's Planeswalker, just crazy. But Sorin is dope. I love him. All right, let's do that. I'm drawing a card. I'm destroying my zombies. This is a little too slow. I gotta take Feed the Swarm out. I don't need it. It's just not functional. Not necessary. And I'd like to have something that brings cards back from exile. Because that's your third hand, basically. You have your library. You have your hand. You can cast from your hand. You can pull from your library, put it on the board. You can cast from the graveyard or reanimate, and you can pull stuff from your exile. So you have 4 sources of cards to put permanents on the board or cast spells and stuff. Hey, Feed the Swarm finally. Hey, can I do my third? I can do my third. Look, you like Urgent Necropsy? My goodness, I don't need all that. I have 2 board wipes completely waiting right now. But I'm going to take your legendary boy. I'm taking it. This is it. I'm using the third. Yay! I did it. I did a thing. Wow. Everybody, look. Wow. I got a 2/4 for 26 loyalty. When this creature enters the battlefield, it gains what the hell ever. Boost 6. When you cast an artifact card, it doesn't have the knowledge emblem. Okay. Whatever. Wow. Ma, I did it. Ma, I did it. Look at me, Ma. There it is, Ripples of Death. I knew I had it in the deck. That's the first one I freaking pulled this entire time. Let's get it some mana. Let's go see if we can make 2 matches. Yeah? Ooh, no. 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 Whatever. Good Lord. So there you go, guys. $30 US right now. Go make it happen. And you too can, for 26 loyalty, get a useless freaking legendary creature from your opponent's side of the board. Act now. We'll even throw an extra bonus of killing your own creatures to gain 6 loyalty and 6 converted black gems. Yay! I got Mel. Yay! Let me show you my actual favorite mono black walker right now. I think it's still Liliana of the Realms. I love Dark Realms. Dark Liliana's little X is dope. All right, so that's that. That's just sad. That is just sad. Best mono black walker in the game right now for me is, I will say this, Liliana Vess is pretty good. I think she might be my second favorite because that +8, and she's got all these other bonuses to these other colors. Her mana bonuses are really good. Her first ability, pick one of the first 2 different cards from your library. Move that card into play from the top of your library and then destroy the other. Your opponent discards the first card with mana. Return the first creature with... actually, you know what? The only thing I like about her is her mana gains. I think Liliana the Veil is probably still second best for me. I know many of you would argue she is the best. Whatever. The best one's Liliana the Dark Realms. Destroy the top. She's got, but she only has +4. But all of these are pluses, right? So a Sunken Citadel just makes her beefy. Or you could just use Chromatic Lantern. I get it. Destroy the top 6 cards of your library. If a creature card was destroyed this way, convert 5 gems to black for 6 loyalty. That's a chef's kiss. Oh, her passive ability. Siphoning the Darkness. At the beginning of your turn, if there are 2 or more creatures or cards in your graveyard, gain X mana. X is the number of black gems on the board. Good God, I don't need the mana bonuses because I got that just for my base. Dark Consumption. Target creature gets -X. X is equal to half the number of black gems on the board. Why half? It should be the full. But here's the kicker. If that's enough to destroy it, you put that creature on your side of the board. It comes under your control. For 9 loyalty. Your black mana bonus is increased by 4. Then, if that was a black mana bonus is 12 or more, so you do it twice. This happens twice. Then you destroy all opposing cards. She is a beast. Every time I read her abilities, I'm just like, oh my God, she's so good. She's great. I think he's better than Tyvar. So's, you know, the flu. Tyvar sucks. What is that supposed to be? What anime didn't you like? What anime didn't I like? There was an anime that I did not like. What was it? I gotta go find Una. I gotta go do Una's upgrades. Okay. Frieren. Hear me out. Frieren. When I first started watching Frieren, I got, I think, 2 or 3 episodes in, and I was like, God, this is boring. It was like way too slow. Way too slow. And then my daughter wound up saying, like, she says, oh, have you seen Frieren yet? And I'm like, I started it. I tried. I just wasn't really impressed with it. She's like, bro. I'm like, what? She's like, you got to go watch it again. Just make yourself watch it. I'm like, okay. So I made myself watch another couple episodes. And by the time I was done watching it, I was like, okay, this is pretty dope. I really loved Frieren. I love Frieren. Another one I really like was Delicious in Dungeon, or Dining in Dungeon, or whatever that is. I think it's Delicious in Dungeon or Dining in Dungeon or something like that. That one I really liked a lot. Which ones I didn't like was, I've tried watching Full Metal Alchemist, and I just couldn't get into it. I watched the first, like, 2 episodes, and I was like, eh. I watched, what else did I watch? I watched another one that's on Netflix. Most of the ones I see are on Netflix. Like, I don't have Crunchyroll or something like that. I watched another one on Netflix that it's like, they're my son explains them, they're Gooner anime. So they're just made to, like, they're like for simps, for guys to just geek out over, like, boobs and stuff. I don't care about that. I don't have any interest in that stuff at all. That's just weird to me. No offense, but that's not appealing at all to me. And, like, Delicious in Dungeon is all really good D&D. The premise of Delicious in Dungeon, this is how nerdy I am. It's a D&D based kind of deal, but the adventurers are so broke that they eat the monsters. They make gourmet meals out of the monsters. It's so dumb, but I love it. It is so goofy. It's just one of those little weird little crevices of anime that there's so many varieties that you're just like, you like that? Like, I love it. It's so funny. And it's good. And my wife's like, what are you watching? She walks in one time, I'm like, oh, I like this, da-da-da. And it's the one scene they just show boobs and butt, and it's like, what? Like, it had nothing to do with the entire series. Nothing. They never did anything like that, and they do it in this one episode. My wife's like, what the hell are you watching? I'm like, I've never seen this. And my son comes out and says, what is this? Like, he'd been watching it with me. He's like, Mom, I guarantee there's nothing like that in there. It was weird. So, but there's a couple of Gooner ones that are out there like that where I'm like, okay, because it's got magic and stuff, and I like fantasy, so I'm like, all right, let's watch some fantasy stuff. Like, the 7 Deadly Sins, I couldn't get into that just because it was too, I don't know. I didn't even start watching it just because it presented like it was going to be that way. And I'm like, I don't want to watch that stuff, man. If you're into it, cool. No yuck to your yum. But for me, I have no interest in seeing that stuff. In the Twilight Realm of Lorwyn, Una drifts in endless bloom, her form woven from the essence of dreams and the fluttering of wings. To her countless children, she is both queen and mother, the wellspring from which every fairy flows. I don't know if I like that verbiage. Through their eyes, she watches the world feeding on the dream stuff that harvest in her name. When the great Aurora reshaped the plane, Una alone remembered, for it was her own power that had birthed every Aurora before. Within Glen Elendra, she remains eternal and unseen, her body a constellation of petals and light, birthing fae upon fae, into the air like living whispers. To many, she is legend. To the fate, she is the world itself. Or to the fae, she is the world itself. She got more kids than Mama Wayans from the Wayans brothers, yeah? All right, let's go through and start doing this power upgrade. This is blue and black, so already better than our boy Zat. All right, so that is that. Let's start powering this up. What about Jujutsu Kaisen? My son loves Jujutsu Kaisen. I have tried to watch it, but the animation style is so a little bit wonky for me. Like the character design is just a little bit wonky. And I know that's intentional. That's like the style of it. I just, man, I couldn't look past that. That was hard for me to deal with. I'm such a big, like, old school anime. I made my kids watch Akira again for the first time in like forever. God damn. If you have not watched Akira in like years and you're just like, oh, it's good, go watch it again. I mean, like 60 frames or 120 frames per second or something like that. And it's all hand drawn. It is, bro, it's insane how good the animation on that movie is, and the pacing and the story. Oh my God, it's so good. I love that movie. And when I watched it again, you ready? It made me depreciate Studio Ghibli stuff to the point where I like Studio Ghibli stuff, but now, wait, did I do it all? I did it all. Oops, I messed up. I went too far. You got me talking about anime. Now I'm messing up. Studio Ghibli is okay. There's too many movies we see of it that are just boring. Nothing happens. I love Princess Mononoke. That's absolute all-time goated. It's one of the best. Absolutely. Sorry, somebody's going through the alleyway here. I gotta be careful. I don't watch anime, but I loved Akira. Akira's just a great movie, period. But go listen to the sound. Like, everything about that movie is just, it's phenomenal. That movie's, that cartoon is one of the best cartoons of all time. It is absolutely great. But I grew up with that, and then like Ninja Scroll and Ghost in the Shell, which that one's a little headier. It's a lot more talking heads, but the animation in it is just disgustingly good when they do have good parts. What's another one too? Ninja Scroll's straight up, talk about gooner stuff. Man, Ninja Scroll, I forgot how filthy it is. I'm like, oh, we got to watch Ninja Scroll with my oldest son. And we watch it, and it gets to the scene where the Emperor's talking through the veil and he's doing his business. And he's like, Dad, this is disgusting. I don't want to watch this with you. It's like 2 scenes. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. There's one scene I remembered. I'm like, oh, we got to skip past that part where the guy's like, I don't mind a dead body kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to watch that together. And mind you, he's not a kid. He's like 18, 19. And after the third thing like that, I'm like, dude, I forgot all that stuff was in here. It's damn near X-rated. It's pretty bad, but the animation in it is great. Another one is the Record of the Lotus War. Anybody remember that? Record of the Lotus War is, the animation in that was phenomenal. The story wasn't great in my opinion, but that animation was peak for me because it was so beautifully done and it was just so D&D and fantasy heavy. I loved it. I love that stuff. So that's my baseline of like animation styles where I'm like looking for that kind of great stuff. I watched Legend of the Shield Hero, I think, which like there's the whole genre of like leveling up video game play, whatever that is. I really like that one. I like that one a lot. Not because it was great, but because it was like, I can watch that. I can consume a few episodes and it's interesting to me. Just like Sakamoto or whatever it is, Sakamoto Days. I can watch a couple episodes of that and they're like bite-sized little narratives that fit within it and it progresses the story, but it's like consuming manga, but I really like it, right? Compares to Berserk in that regard. I have not watched Berserk. I have not read Berserk. My kids have read Berserk. My boys have, and both of them swear up and down like it's the best thing ever. Okay, so nerd time. I've gotten into some conversations because when I went through this, I don't know if you guys know this, I lost a major client that I was going to be working with, and I had a contract for a year. You guys get to know a little bit more about me. That really put me behind financially this last quarter. I was expecting them to be with me and work with them until the end for a year, which was going to be mid-year this year. And I had all this stuff I was going to do with them. Anyways, long story short, they cut me early. They cut my contract short by like 7 months, 8 months, and threw me for a loop. I wasn't prepared for it. Okay. I was banking on it because I was like, okay, I'm going to go all in on this. This is where we're going to work together, and I'm going to go build this thing out. Anyways, so after that happened, I'm like, shit, I got to go get another couple clients. And I got to start working again on my main. I got to ramp up my business of attracting clients and doing my regular work, which is very lucrative when I'm doing that. But I put all that aside in favor of working with this one client. So it got me to a point where I'm thinking, what do I really want to do? Because when I first got into marketing and sales, what I wanted to do, I actually went to I was going to be a comic book artist. I started, I went to this place called Al Collins Graphic Design, and I got kicked out because my financial aid, I was a broke Mexican kid. I qualified for financial aid. They didn't submit my paperwork in time. So I got booted from art school. Anyways, long story short, and then we'll get to Una. Recently, I've been looking at all of these guys comic book wise and what they're doing and what it takes to go build and do comic books. So I got in this conversation yesterday with a comic book producer. He's a writer. It's an independent comic. It's not major, but the art on it is amazing. It's actually really, really well done. And what we got to talking about was, to bring this full circle, was how kids are consuming manga, how young people are consuming manga versus how they're consuming American comic books, which started it all. And it's very interesting to see the huge differences between manga consumption, the storylines, the narratives, and how manga is really just a factory towards anime, and that it's a 3-factor way of exposing you to these characters that DC and Marvel haven't figured out. And like the MCU and the DCU are so frickin' stupid. I don't use the word frickin'. It's much more severe than that. That I don't need you to go write great stories for the movies. Those stories have been written over decades, thousands of issues, and we as the comic fans have voted on which ones are the best because they they get reprinted. We go buy them over and over again. But instead, what the DCUs or MCUs does, they don't go tell those stories as is. They go and mess with them. Oh, I'm going to give my vision to you. Screw your vision. The comics are perfect. Just bring those to cinema. If you do that, we will love it. That's all you got to do. It was perfect in comics. Interpret it as close as you can on screen. Make it, obviously work. Some things won't translate, but do it the best you can. That's not what they do. They got to change it and make it different. And outside of, really, with a couple of exceptions, like I really liked, obviously Wolverine, Deadpool are great. But outside of that, the last Endgame, the Avengers, that whole Marvel MCU 10-year run, they had some garbage in there, but those were some of the best comic book movies ever made. Guess why? Because they followed the comic stories, and they worked. And now just watching how manga is being consumed now, and that they're exposing kids to the pretty close to accurate manga adaptations in anime. So you get to see it in anime, you get to read the manga, and it's better. And then you got this, and you can go back to the beginning, and it's a continuous storyline. There's not reboots of number ones, and it's comic book right now are just in a crazy place. But one book that's great is Absolute Batman. If you're not reading Absolute Batman and you like comics, or you're out of it because you think they suck, go read Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman is as close to that kind of restart for anime. It's dope. I resisted it. I'm like, whatever. It's another Batman book. Then I started reading it. I'm like, oh my God, I so regret not having the first issues. I have just about all of them except for the first issue, first print of that. So I got to go find that. X-Men comics, I love. Movies, not so much. They're just so inaccurate. Yeah, and they're poorly done. Although Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is pretty great. That's what it is. All right, sorry. I probably lost half the audience here. Apologies. Let's bring this back to Magic Puzzle Quest. Una, Queen of the Fae, 107. She is 7 loyalty for memory safeguards. Create a memory seed token, which can't be reinforced. One of your cards have mana drained on the opponent's turn. Destroy this support. When the support is destroyed, all cards in your hand gain 2 mana. Okay, so how many of these do you get? You create 5 of these. Okay, so that's 2 mana. That's 10 mana. That's potentially cool. For 7, it's a little goofy, but we got to lean into drain mana. Okay, create a fairy token. For 12, Dream Meniscience. Okay. Reinforce it 3 times, so that's a 1/1, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's a 1/1. So you got a 3/3. No, 4/4. 1, and then you reinforce it 3 times, so 4/4. Then drain X mana from your opponent's hand. X is equal to the number of fairy creatures you control, including their reinforcements. So we're leaning into fairies. Aurora Imposition. Destroy all supports. Exile all graveyards. All creatures get +2/+2 for each of their reinforcements. Destroy your own supports. Exile all graveyards. And give their creatures +2/+2 for their reinforcements. Why? Why would I want to do that? I mean... yeah, you're okay. Okay, so you're destroying that. So, Kilroy saying these are enchantments up here, so you're destroying those supports too. So you're gaining that mana. Destroy all supports, exile creatures. These can't. And if you're spamming this, you can't. They're not. They're not stacking, right? And what's a shield count? Is it 2 or 1? How many shield they got? They got 1 shield. Okay. 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 Okay, 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 okay. All right, let me go play a deck with this and we'll call it a night. All right, let me go brew something for this. So fairies, loyalty ramp, and I guess we could do this now, yeah? So fairies, loyalty ramp, and let's see, we got, I mean, we could pretty much run the same build we were running beforehand, just add fairy, right? Come on. Come on. Let's go. I might have to take that one out, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so fairies next. Actually, fae. It sucks that you can't just say fairy. You have to say fae, right? Let's actually do just the big kids here for this one. I faced an Una today. These tokens are pretty decent for mana. Okay, 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 okay. I believe you. I believe you. Glenn Elendra Liege. I'm trying to stop saying because it's really annoying. So excuse me while I do that. Well, they are fairy. What are we talking about here? 16 mana. While this creature is on the battlefield, your black creatures get +2/+2. All right. I mean, we'll throw it in there. Why not? When you cast a spell card with Adventure, the first other spell card in your hand with Adventure in your hand gains 12 mana. If you can't fetch the first card with Adventure from your library. Ooh, I kind of like that. We could go run Adventure. And what is Adventure? Adventure is when you cast this spell, exile it instead, then return it to your hand only as a creature. Adventure. So we're going to go look for Adventure cards. When you cast a card, if that card is a plot... Nope. Actually, if it doesn't have the plot emblem, it gives you a benefit. No, it doesn't. That's not it. Leader Fairy. Okay, we do like that. That's kind of a no-brainer. When this creature enters the battlefield, drain 8 mana from your opponent's hand. Then deny X gems. Spend mana. Beginning of your turn, spell cards in your hand gain 1 mana and flash. I kind of dig that. That makes me have some fun to play and lean into. When this creature enters the battlefield, if you control 2 or less creatures, gain control of the target opposing creature. When this creature dies, gain control of the first opposing creature. I like this one, but it's too... No. When this creature enters the battlefield, return the first creature from your opponent's graveyard in the battlefield under your control, then you lose 5 life. I kind of dig that. Your opponent casts a card. If it has the same type as the first card in your hand, draw a card, and that card is... Oh my god, that's so much. Fairy creature you control attacks. For the first time during your turn, discard a card, then draw a card. Nope. When you draw a card, create an Eldrazi spawn. That's at 0/1 tokens, yes? Oh no, they're the support tokens. At the beginning of your turn, ingest X. When this creature enters the battlefield, fetch the first fairy card from your library. That card gains half its mana, rounded down. It's just when it enters the battlefield. Oh, here she is. When you make a blue or black match by swap, exile the top 5 cards of your opponent's library, then create a fairy token for each color among cards your opponent's exile. Gain mana equal to... Yep, we like her. That's cool. Right. I think that's it. That's all we need. Is there anybody else that's like over the top awesome for fairies? No. Alright, so we have too many fairies. We are going to kill... We don't need you. I really like you. Do you make the cut? You stay. No, you go. And you go. And then if I get the fairy tokens with leader, I should be okay. Yeah, that should work. Okay. So now drain mana. There are some cool spells with drain in them. There are some cool spells with drain. Desertion. Drain all mana from the first card in your opponent's hand. Yep, that's a good one. Drain all mana from the first 2 cards in your opponent's hand, gain 2 mana. Ugh, that's lame. Omo counts? What's Omo? Then return target opposing 3 creatures to owner's hand. I don't know what that is. Discard a card and draw 2 cards. Drain 5 mana from each card in your opponent's hand. Create a copy of target non-token creature in the battlefield under your control. That's a good card. That is a good card for this. Drain 6 mana from your opponent's hand. Then your opponent discards the first card without mana from their hand. Deny 3 gems. Cryptic Command. Drain all mana from the first 2 cards in your opponent's hand. If your opponent has 5 or less cards in hand, return target opposing creature to your opponent's hand. Or B, your opponent's first creature can't block, can't attack until the beginning of your next turn. Draw 2 cards, gain 10 mana. I like that one because it's got double function. That's good. Is that what else do we have? All right, let's just go in here and do regular spells. Let's see what we got. I'm trying to find something that is kind of OP. Lock and load is pretty hard to argue against, yeah? Mystical teachings too. Let's try mystical. And then we'll go see what supports I have that I've not included. Oh yeah, the Changeling Masterpiece, huh? Yeah, that might be worth throwing in here. But we'll run this first. We'll run this first because then it's a... I've played with that guy. He gets beefy quick. And you might be right. We might want to run him instead of this one because he's just a bigger body. Leyline. I really like Akrama just because I get to go Hasties. And Rediscover the Way. I mean, all of these are really, really good. Okay, let's see what we got. We gotta cut some fat. I think that we'll just do. I mean, honestly, I could try these without. That's 13. What is this? That's 18. I mean, I don't need these two. Are there any others that I need to get out? All of these spells work. I can go grab them. Desertion is so good. I think I'll take Desertion out. And Rediscover the Way is just hard to argue against. I think I take it out. I think I take Liliana out. Okay. Let's go that route. All right, let's try that. Let's give that a spin. Let's give that a spin, kids. See how that goes. Ona's mana bonus. Yeah, they aren't my favorite either. That's the reason why I want to, like, again, then you're throwing in, what? You're throwing in Chromatic Lantern. You're compensating for it that way. At least with Leyline, I get a chance to go make some matches that way. We'll see. We'll see. Oof. Oof. Might be the only time I ever play this guy. Elemental P, QRS, TUV, Elemental P, QRS. There she is. Una. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. We're going to use that deck. All right. Let's give it a spin, kids. Give it a spin. Appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. Thanks for helping kind of take my mind off of what's going on in IRL. It's always good to hang out with you nerds. Appreciate you guys and all that you guys do. So let's go have some fun dominating with some fairies. Let's get Una out first. Queen of the Fae. A little Una on Una action. Let's do this. Black and a green, maybe the blue. Oh. Give them a blue though. But we got our Una out. That's always nice. All right, cool. We got some more blues. Let's go. Let's go here into white. There we go. That gets beefy pretty quickly. I mean, that just gets pretty beefy, yeah? Every time we make a blue match, we're doing that. Every single turn. I'm going to hold this back. I'm going to mute these down. And we're going to go to town there. Blap. That's pretty beefy, guy. That's quick. That is quickly. All right, let's spam. Let's play this game just spamming our first. Let's see what that does. Oh, there that is. We like those. Let's get that out. What does this do again? B, your opponent's first creature can't attack. Nope, that won't work. Drain all mana from the first 2 cards of your opponent's hand. If your opponent has 5 or less cards in hand, return the first. Okay, so that we can do that because they haven't cast anything yet. Let's do our first. Nope, let's not do our first because we're not there yet. Boo, boo. Let's do this blue and white. Beef up our boy. Our leader. Blam. Look at that. That is sassy. We're going to do A. Let's drain some mana. And we're ready to go in our first one. Maybe I should have held that back, but it's all right. I got another one. It's all right. We got more. That's game. Oh, my God. What is that? 3 turns? 4 turns? Goodness gravy, kids. I want to see the abilities. Memory Seed. All right, there's that. Let's do our first. Or let's do this, rather. Let's try to cash this out. And what do these do again? There's the Memory Seed. Let me take that picture. Okay, can't be reinforced when one of your cards have mana drained on the opponent's turn. Destroy. Oh. When one of your cards have mana drained on the opponent's turn, destroy. That's stupid. Wait a minute. When one of your cards has mana drained on the opponent's turn? Come on. Greg doesn't play with... Nobody plays with mana drain. Stupid design, Webcore. We have to... that our abilities are based on when the opponent does it. Now, when these are destroyed, that's really the big key, right? When this support is destroyed, all cards in your hand gain 2 mana. So that's really the trigger. So we don't need to play with drain. Ugh, that's lame, man. I thought it was... I misread that. I thought it was when we did it, but whatever. Whatever. So we don't need to do that. So we would reassess all of this. Yeah. Oh, hey, I can use my secondary ability. I can use option B even if they don't have a creature on board. I didn't expect that. That's neat. Let's try lock and load. Lock and load! Got an extra swap. So I'm taking all the drain stuff out, kids. I'm going to go put some actual spells in here. Let's go. Well, if we're going to do this, I don't want to drop those guys. So let's do this. We want blue and black. So we will go... Let's go here, question mark. That's good. Hey, how come it's not doing it? It only does it the first turn? That's lame. Lame. It's lame, man. Whatever. And where's my third creature? Don't I have a third creature in here? I thought I played a third creature, yeah? But 52-52 is pretty big. Una's mana bonuses aren't my favorite. Ward effect. Ward happens on your turn. I don't get that. I was looking at the supports. The supports is basically saying they'll lose a shield or they're destroyed or whatever. But no, it's saying on your opponent's turn, not your turn. Right? So I was under the impression that if I drained mana from Greg's hand, then I triggered that ability. That's not the way that works. Something has to be drained from my... Mana has to be drained from my hand on Greg's turn. So Greg has to drain mana from my hand. Dumb. So now I got to go through and take all that garbage out. So you can go. I like you, but you got to go because you're not really functional with this. All right, I got to go find some more spells that do some stuff. You guys want a coalition victory in there? A little coalition victory. Let's see. I don't know what space-time anomaly. I see space-time anomaly. I just want to throw it in just because I'm so geared towards that. Oh, universal surveillance is dope. It's a good card. Good card. And we need some. Guess we can give hand hate, right? Time stop is great. I mean, I don't have any mass removal, so I probably should be running what I was running before with Urgent Necropsy and Flotsam, just as a failsafe. But I don't know, man. This feels pretty dominant. Just to kind of ensure that I have removal for all the big things. I guess that's playing it safe, though, huh? What would I take out? I would have to take out Lock and Load. Yeah. I don't think so, man. And you know what? We'll go play with that other leader and see if that works here too, because that might be better than this one. Let's take out necromancy, and let's go find the leader. What's the leader's name? He's a 7/7, isn't he? What is he? Do I not have him? I have him. Is it Changeling? I know. I have all the cards, so. Is he a specific color? What is going on here? Hey, what's happening? You could try adventure cards and work with Chancellor. Yeah, that would be fun. I'll probably play with that for fun, just because I like combo decks, so that would be kind of fun. Yeah, it should be leader, right? Did I miss something? Who am I looking at? Is this him? No. No. Yeah, okay, it's green. All right, so that wouldn't work in here. So the only one that works is the Fae person. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. I guess if I'm playing a different colored walker, right, I could do blue, green, or I could do white, blue, green, or something like that. But there you go. So that might be the deck. Let's give that a shot and see how that works. I mean, should be dominant. Okay, all right, so it's green. Never mind. Disregard. I thought it was colorless. I didn't realize it was a green creature. All right, one more, and we'll call it a night, guys. Whoop. Let's go there. Go here. Bloop. Bloop. Cool, cool. Nice, nice. I didn't even use any of her abilities. I just used that first ability, and that was all I needed. See, am I up to it already? No. No. All right, so let's go lock and load. Let's lock and load, kids. Let's go here. Meh. There's Una. Alright, things are getting a little hairy here. Let's see. Let's go here. Maybe I get a white drop. Nope. But I am up to my first. We'll do that. Okay. Any other... Oh, there's a blue batch on the bottom there. Alright, let's see. Oof. They're getting beefy, buddy. They're getting beefy. Alright, I'm up to my third here. Let's see what I got. Destroy all supports. Nope. Create a fairy token. Reinforce it 3 times. Then drain X mana from your opponent's hand. X is equal to... Like, see, that doesn't make any sense. Like, this should be... Can't be reinforced. When one of your cards have mana drained on the opponent's turn, I'm assuming it means your opponent's turn, destroy the support. When the support is destroyed, all cards you hang. Alright, whatever. I'm just going to go use my first ability. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's go here, actually. Because I don't need that much mana. I don't want to waste it. Oh, every card gets 2 mana? I didn't know that. I thought it was just... That's actually pretty good, frankly. For science. Use her third while Greg has a stack of kitty for science. Yeah, give them all the bonuses when you have no creatures on the board. That sounds like fun. That sounds like real fun. Good times. Let's go here. Oh, adventure, right? Because we still have Chancellor in here. I forgot that he was in here still. Because I never saw him in the previous game. I just had the other 2 creatures out and we just destroyed Buzz Lightyear. We crushed. We destroyed them in their face hole. Hey, double strike. Stop that. You don't need that. Alright, I need to wipe the board. This is why I threw that mass removal in there. It's like, yeah, you gotta reset the board here, buddy. Rediscover the way, yes. Let's go get... Ooh, I guess we can get this, and we should get that, because we need that. We need those. Alright, there's Una, or Mistbind Clique. Let's get... I really like Surveillance in this one, but... Let's go there. What do we got? Let's do this again. I want to spam the board. I want to just spam it all. Spam it all. Let's go here. Bloop. Yeah, it's per card. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just going to give it to the... You thought you just gain mana. I didn't realize it was all of them. So that creature's going to die, but at least I'm not going to take 8 to the face from the kitty cat. Wink. All right. Here we go. Things are getting serious here. I guess if I want to destroy all of this, I could do this, huh? I could do that. Yeah, yep. It destroys all supports, though, huh? Including mine. So I got to get that back out. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's give you the mana. Okay, let's do our third, just to see what that does. Because for science, like you said, for science. I mean, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. You spam your first, you go to your third. But you're hitting your cards so they all get double strike. Let's give them all double strike and pump them up. There you go, Recoil Suave. You get your wish. But hey, I got a full hand of mana now, so that's kind of cool, actually. It's not gonna... I don't know if it's gonna be enough, though. Actually, it will be. It will be. Never mind. Because I'm gonna do... Hello, Clarice. Can I move stuff around? Do this. I will pull this down here. Question mark. I will pull this down here. Question mark. There we go. And then I can wipe their board. Yeah? Yeah. Alright, let's go black. Alright, so we're going to go Flotsam. Cool. Got lucky. Let's go Necropsy. Nope. Lock and load, I guess, is what we have to go with. Yeah. Got the mana. Rediscover the way. We're going to take... Ooh, I don't want to take any of those. You like surveillance? Blapped. Alright, that goes down. So I get another... I get a Chancellor and Flotsam. More of that. I wanted to wipe the board, though. Hey, they didn't give them the bonuses, did it? Did it pump them? I didn't even see. I didn't catch that. Did it buff them? So it doesn't do what it says. Maybe it only buffs your own creatures? Yeah, it didn't buff them, huh? Okay. That's not the way it read, but okay, so it buffs your creatures for science. Thank you, Recoil Suave. All right, let's do this. Let's grab, we need this and this, so let's get those. Do we have both of those out there? Did I already put this out? I did. Oh, okay. Still, I got a backup. I need to save this just in case, because that's necessary for this build. All right, let's do, we can do that. We can do all of that. Okay. And then we can do, let's spam our first. Like, I'm behind the 8-ball here, right? But I still kind of feel like I got a shot here. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see. What colors am I? Blue and black? I don't see any... Ooh. All right, let's do this. Blapped. Get some mana. Nope. There's that. Yep, let's do this. Cool. So we wipe their board. Get rid of your stuff, buddy. You're really ticking me off. You're really ticking my ticker. Alright. I think it only buffed the kitties because they were the only ones with reinforcements. Did it buff them? I didn't even see, though. That's what I'm saying. I didn't catch. I have to go back and watch the replay. This freaking guy. Oh, he's got like 18 creatures in that build. Alright, what do I got here? What do I got? I can do... this. Gotta get you out. Don't need all of that business. Come on, man. I don't need 16 of those things. Is there a 5 swap somewhere? Because I could really go for a 5 swap. It sounds pretty tasty. I will go red into white into red. Give them all double strikes. Give them all double strikes, please. Please give them all double strikes. That was a pretty good cascade. Let's see. Can we do it? Can we pull it off? Alright. Nope. If they don't cast anything, my creature doesn't die. That's pretty substantial, though. Alright, let me spam my first again, see what we got. Actually, okay, so let's watch it now. Does anything have reinforcement? The kitty has reinforcement, so there's 2 of them there, right? And let's read the third again. Destroy all supports. Exile all graveyards. All creatures get +2/+2 for each of their reinforcements. Oh, okay. So this guy has one extra reinforcement, so he should get +2/+2, right? Is that what it is? Okay, let's give that a spin. Let me see what we got here. So we're gonna do that first. Then we're gonna do the. Oh shoot! I kind of don't want to do that because I want to destroy this. Oh, let me look. Hold on. I might not be able to do this. Ah, not you. Not you, Greg. Get out of here, guys. You. Collect evidence. To collect evidence, exile the amount of simple tokens equivalent to this card's collected evidence number. Simple tokens are treasure, gold, blood, map, clue, and food tokens. So these tokens don't count as simple tokens. Yeah, they're not. So I can destroy her. And I need to destroy her because she's going to whack me up. All right. Let me do this. For science! For science! We destroy all the supports. Yes, yes. But I'm going to replace that support, so there you go. Okay. Give them multiple strike. Okay. All right. Goodness gravy. This is silly. And then he gets a play. Okay, so it does work. It does give it to their creatures. We all saw that. We're all witness for each of their reinforcements. So it works as listed. But it doesn't. They have to have reinforcements for that to count. All right, let's go gain some life here. All right, what are we trying to cast? We're going to get that. Honestly, if I could, I'd like to do these. Because then that gives me a chance to cast. No, it's not going to happen. All right. I wanted to cast. Let me tell you guys what I'm thinking. I wanted to cast. Flotsam, so I can get Urgent Necropsy to actually do the full deal. Hey, look at that! I might get it. Let's see. So let's go get a Flotsam. No, we could take this because we need to wipe the board again, anyways. How about an now Flotsam? No, we'll take lock and load though, just in case. Blap. Another one. All right, so I'm going to take 8 here. And we may survive another round. And he's taken a total of 3 net damage. Yay! I got mail, yay! All right, let's do the thing, shall we? Yeah, we could do that. We'll do 5 black. Where are my other like leader fair? I have 3 creatures in this deck, and I've yet to see them. It's just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We already have that, so we'll just take one of those because it's gonna get discarded anyways. Okay, 1, 2. There they are. Hey, it's good to see you guys. Okay, cool. Hey, I might actually cast one. Yay! Now, which one do I cut? Oh, I already had one out there. I didn't realize it was it. Meh. Hey, look at that. I don't die. Okay, I don't have any life gain in this deck. That's what I got to add in here. Hello. Confirm. Let's go. I mean, we need another Urgent Necropsy. Actually, we need this in this order. Nope, we can only get one. We only have room in hand for one. Nope, we have room in hand for none. Should have taken them both. I think they draw that way. All right, so let's go 5 swap. Okay, we got a big boy now. All right, let's go. Come on, Team Avatar. Assemble. Here we go, kids. Do I want to put a big body out there? I think I do. I think I can. Don't need another Chancellor. What does Chancellor do again? I forgot what he does. Oh, I don't have any adventure cards in here, so he's kind of stupid. So I got to go throw a bunch of adventure cards in there. I forgot about that. I'll do that when we're off camera. I just want to finish this round and then we'll be done. All right, so let's go green. Let's go here. Let's go. Yeah, we need to wipe the board. I don't see a way we can. But I have as long as he doesn't kill my blocker, my blue blocker. Okay, cool. Kills that. Oh, that one has menace, huh? Doggy. So I got to destroy Buzz Lightyear somehow there. We're back up to our 3rd. I don't think I can do it, though. Create a fairy token, reinforce it 3 times. Draw Drain X mana from your opponents. Let's try a second. I don't think we've done the second one. That's crazy. So the token, you reinforce it 3 times. Doesn't matter. It still only reinforces your leader creature 1 time. Lame. Lame. All right, let's do this. I need some lifelink. Oh, that's cool. Why did I get all that mana? I don't know what happened there. And lock and load just made it all worthwhile. Perfect. Hey, cool. I get to destroy the creature. Neat. That was exactly what I had in planned. All right. So do we want to destroy their stuff? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's just kill all their things so that he's starting from behind. Am I going to win this match? It all comes down to this. Wow. Wow. What a turn. What a turn. All right, let's go do this. That was fun. That was silly, but it was fun. Boop. Cool. For no good reason. Just do it. It's 45 cards in exile. 65 cards in exile. I need to do something that brings back from exile. That's what I got to do. Maybe I don't know. I got to find something that Aurelia's Vindicator won't do it. What's blue that plays with the exile? And I'm confused. Why am I gaining all that mana? Like, what is happening that is happening? Is that because of the Fae character? Wow. Okay. I don't know. There's something there. I gotta putz with it a little bit more, but I think there's something there. I think the Chancellor doing adventure cards and having that going on with it, that might be something that I could do. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but there's something there with that. It's got some synergy stuff. Okay, so my recommendations based on my couple of plays here. Zat sucks. Don't get Zat. But if you found some play style with him that you like and you think there's something there you enjoy, cool. I could at least see with Una, there's no synergy with her abilities. This is one thing that Webcore's been doing more and more often that I'm not fully understanding, but that they're not completely working together yet, or they are working together and they're not worded correctly. I'm not sure. But with her leaning into fairies, Fae, and with this build, with specifically Mistbind Clique and Una, Queen of the Fae, if you have those two, I think you got something. I think you got something with her that you can go build stuff out, and I think she's viable. Yeah. Is it the Una card that was giving the mana to everything in there? Let's go look at it. When you make a blue or black match by swap, exile the top 5 cards of your opponent's library, then create a fairy token for each color among cards in your opponent's hand. Exile, gain mana equal to the number of cards in your opponent's exile. So it's gain mana equal to the number of cards in your opponent's exile, not the colors in there. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what's getting down. Yeah, this card is a chase card. This is a really cool card. If you like playing with fairies or any kind of creature tribal, that's really powerful mid to late game. So yeah, I think she's fun. I think she leans into the fairy stuff. She works really well for running this. I would have to mess with her to see what gameplay or what objectives I would go mess with that are necessary for that. But yeah, that was pretty good. At any rate, there you are, my friends. I appreciate you. I know you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to spend the last couple hours with me here. It's appreciated. Thank you as always, guys, for a good distraction away from the IRL stuff. I got to go deal with that stuff again tomorrow. But thank you. Appreciate you. And as always, my friends, take care of yourselves. Go hug your loved ones. I hope you had a fabulous new year. I really wish I could be creating more content for you guys on a regular basis, but I'm happy to be here with you guys and enjoying what's left of this game. And hopefully we have a new set that's dropping on Tuesday. Even if we don't get any spoilers, it's okay. As long as I get to play with some new cards come then. And this is an actual sanctioned set by Magic Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering proper. So there should be like all the cool stuff. You'll notice in the last 2 sets, we didn't get any full art cards. We didn't get any extra like really premier beautiful art stuff. That's because those sets, when they were released, they didn't get that stuff. Now these do. So this next set for Lorwyn Eclipsed should have all of the fancy stuff. And they made it a real point this time to make sure that all the art was done by real people, no AI art, because they've had some issues with that. So I'm excited for the set. I hope you guys are too. And as always, my friends, until our next quest, swords up, man. Swords up. I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. See ya.